Yeah, the wrong song, but anyways, some of the from Nier Automata, this video game. Usually it's like, usually it's nice, nice one, but yeah, usually it should have been different one. Like they have like really good music here, but we got something, something different. Okay. I need to put on the light. Oh, guys, how are you today? How are you? Oh, I see we have already a super chat, guys. I see we okay. Nox the cat, thank you for welcome to membership of the channel. Thank you so much for the channel support. Nox the cat, awesome, awesome avatar. What else we have? And also we have Innocent Alpine Village GS1H. Thank you for your support. Greetings to UK. Thank you so much. And we also have Twitch, guys, so we're streaming on both of the platforms simultaneously. One is my main channel, the other one is Twitch, as usual. By the way, I'm streaming every day. Usually, I'm streaming every day on Twitch, and I have one more channel. It's called Captain Dennis. Yeah, Captain Dennis, and there you may check out all of my activity. Well, it seems like we have breaking news from Iran. Something is happening there. It seems like Iran again retaliated. Situation how the ceasefire. There is no ceasefire on the front lines, like Zelensky said about openly. There is no ceasefire, guys. So actually, what is happening? There are no long-range strikes. However, at the same time, the situation on the front lines is still hot. I'm gonna go through the super chat a little bit later, guys. Just want to focus on the news straight away. Oh shit! I need to put myself like here. So Iran disputes the Wall Street Journal reporting on peace proposal, calling it largely inaccurate. So there was the article from the Wall Street Journal. We're gonna get to it a little later. An Iranian source says the proposal centers on ending the war, guarantees against future aggression, lifting of United States sanctions, and a ceasefire on all fronts. Okay. Iran demands immediate lifting on the United States maritime blockade. So after all, it seems like it's working. Yeah, so it is working. At first I thought like, what's the point of blocking the blockade? But if they block just the ships coming from Iranian ports, I think there should be something behind it, right? There should be something. Like Iran is calling like, we don't need this blockade, remove the blockade. So after all, it works. So maybe it was a great move from the United States in their interest, right? Yes. OFAC sanctions on Iran oil sales to be removed within 30 days. Okay, sanctions removed, Hormuz unblocked. They guarantee what? Ending of the war, guarantees no further aggression. Okay. Frozen Iranian assets released with concrete United States actions within the same time frame. Okay, removing OFAC sanctions and American. I think OFAC is the Gulf countries, right? So American sanctions they also want to lift. Iranian management of the Strait of Hormuz contingent of the United States commitments. Tansim News. So they have their own information from the Wall Street Journal. They have different information. This is the Wall Street Journal, I think. Yeah, source Wall Street Journal. Iran proposes ending the war and gradually reopening the Strait of Hormuz in exchange for the United States lifting blockade. Willing to suspend uranium enrichment, but de facto Iran is not willing to suspend it. So they busted this information. They say Wall Street Journal is not correct, but for a shorter period than the 20 years memorandum. So United States, they say 20 years. Iran says, from what I heard, 5 years. Yeah, sorry guys, we started from Iran, but those news are like happening just right now. Fresh news. We're gonna speak about Ukraine also in this video, but Iran is also like very, very important because actors are basically the same. There is Iran, Russia, all of those sides, yeah, America as well. Yeah, all of those sides are sharing technologies. China is also here. Like this is the global war, the global conflict which is happening. Yeah, Ukraine is the part of it, and Ukraine nowadays, it may even not just rely on so much military support, but it is actively in it. Ukrainian drone interceptors are being deployed to the Middle East together with our guys who are out there. So rejects dismantling nuclear facilities. So they reject dismantling facilities. Okay, so they will just hold the program, but not dismantle entirely those nuclear enriched facilities like Guam, Fatans, like different. Yeah, they have offers to dilute some highly enriched uranium and transfer the rest of the to the third country. And we know from Putin, in his speech yesterday, he told about Iran sending to Russia their enriched uranium. But Putin at the same time said that the United States are against that. They want to have Iranian uranium on their own territory. They are not willing to send it to Russia. Well, it's understandable why. Because if this enriched uranium in Russia, Russia may send it at any time to Iran. Like, it is not a guarantee that it's the same as uranium would stay in Iran, basically. Absolutely the same. But only with guarantees it will be returned if talks fail. They may return it anyways. There is the Caspian Sea across the board, like between the border, yeah. So Russia is already supplying Iran. We're gonna go through the news again. So it was confirmed that Russia is supplying some of the drones to Iran. So yeah, it's already happening. So uranium they may also supply back. Iran also demands full lifting on the sanctions, return of frozen funds, and continued Iranian control of the strait. Iranian control of the strait, you see, they want. A ceasefire in Lebanon is framed as a red line condition. Well, the ceasefire was there. Now I see that the fighting is still happening. So ceasefire is the same ceasefire as in Ukraine. Negotiations will continue via written exchange mediated by Pakistan. Okay. Iran calls it realistic and positive. Washington has not responded yet. But again, Iranian media say that it's all blah, 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 it's all about nothing, and they have different demands, similar to that, by the way, but I would say they're a little bit different. So whom to believe, Wall Street Journal or Tansim, Iranian state media? I think Tansim is basically propaganda. I think maybe Wall Street Journal knows more in general, yeah? So let's go to Super Chat. People were... Okay. I will help you everywhere. Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much. And thanks for joining membership. Spangled, thanks for your support. Greetings to UK. Thank you so much. Can Trump please ask Zelensky to allow Putin to restore the internet in Russia? There was the meme already published by Russians themselves, like, this is the only President Zelensky, yeah, who allows something in Russia. Putin just restricts, and actually this is the way of development of the Russian regime. Like, the only way for it to keep the power is just to restrict, like in other regimes as well, like in North Korea. So restrictions, and I expect it to be more and more. So thank you so much for support. And I beg thank you for membership, for joining membership. I'm betting on FP9 for Kapotnya. Okay, yeah, FP9, it should be a good missile. It should be ballistic, really. Abag thank you so much for support. And yeah, just live chat some of the messages from you guys, because it's gonna be like mostly information kind of live stream, but Like sometimes I also gonna put like on usual chat, super chat, of course, priority because there could be many, and of course we're gonna speak about the news. And we have both chats like Twitch and YouTube. Mr. Streams, nice to see Dennis live. Thank you, Mr. 007, and welcome to the stream. I cannot put Twitch like that, so I'll just read the comments from the Twitch. Trump is not demanding unconditional surrender anymore. Yes. Because you know why? Because Valek, because he thinks that he won it. As 112 terrorist Putin is acting like losing. He's losing, yeah, which is good. Hope he gets the same fate as Ceausescu. I really like the video. Well, we may have different attitude towards the Russian opposition, but that guy is not really a Russian oppositioner. He is, he's not in this Beaumont. He is in opposition, but he's not the part of Navalny's team of FBK or something. And he filmed a fantastic video about Ceausescu. It got millions of views, actually, and it was fascinating to watch it. And yes, it's in Russian, so probably you'll not have it. He has no cards. It's about Putin. Yeah, I also believe like that. Is there news prisoner exchange? Yeah, Mayov. Today, this evening, he said that Ukraine already got the list of the prisoners. It was presented to Russia, so they expect the exchange to happen very soon. He also mentioned that as a guarantee side of the exchange, it is the American side. So I hope that exchange will happen. Yeah, so we have, it's not completely canceled. There could be anything with the exchange, but some positive news came today from Zelensky that he thinks that it will happen. So maybe not tomorrow. Yeah, today is 10th. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe, hopefully tomorrow. Maybe a little later. It depends. But I expect tomorrow is the last day of the ceasefire, sadly. So Russia is not willing to do it. To continue the ceasefire any longer. So we're going to go to the other news. So what Donald Trump says about the shit I have just read, the response from Iran's so-called representatives. I don't like it. Totally unacceptable. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So he is melting down. He doesn't like it. The main thing for Donald Trump that he plays the card of Netanyahu really is for Iran to force Iran to get rid of nuclear weapons. Iran doesn't want to do it, so this is the main question now: how to do this stuff. Yeah. So he does not accept any sort of the conditions from Iran. It's the dead end, so I expect the escalation to rise again. And I guess today there were some of the strikes. Well, let me check out this information. I think there were reports. Let's read this one, like comment from World Source News. I have just read the response from Iran, so-called... the same, basically. They quoted Iran. Any sort of the comments from people? No one's. It's very fresh, like 1 minute ago. Okay, Ukrainian news now. Trump have just read. So the same, yeah. So representatives. He even put in brackets. You see, representatives are in brackets. So representatives, like here. It was already shared by Austin Defender. Yeah, fantastic channel, by the way, Austin Defender. They're anti-MAGA now. Before they were not like that, I guess, so they changed the rhetorics. Iran has responded to the proposal centered on a potential 14-point memorandum. So they created their 14-point memorandum as the response on American 14-point memorandum. Everything is basically blah, blah, blah. Everything is the same. According to a release from United States Africa Command, AFRICOM, I didn't know that it existed. The remains of one of the United States soldiers who went missing off the coast in Morocco during training exercise. Oh shit, some soldiers missing. African Land 26 have been recovered. First Lieutenant Lamont K. Jr. has been identified as one of 2 missing soldiers. Now his remains have been recovered and identified. He was assigned to the Charlie Battery 5th Battalion and 4th Air Defense Artillery Regiment. Artillery in Africa, okay. 10th Army of Air and Missile Defense Command. The other yet unnamed soldier remains missing. Following the accident where both went missing following unsuccessful rescue attempt, then one soldier fell into the water and other jumped in to rescue them. Oh shit. Was it some sort of the military drill? The story, like, it wasn't mentioned before as for me in my feed, so maybe I lost it. So there's some losses even in usual, like without any war. Yeah, maybe some of the exercise usual thing. Per the release, more than 1,000 United States and Moroccan military and civil personnel have been involved in the search operations. So remains to be found. It's like a very bad thing, of course. Donny Diaper Boy is suiting name for him. Yeah. I agree with you. I agree. Okay, where is our guys? Hulk. Taco. Yeah. Fuck. I cannot with this with this chat. It's kind of hard for me to react. Oh shit. Okay, let's just continue. Hulk, I need to make you and Ben also moderator here on this channel. But it doesn't, like, this extension doesn't give me this opportunity. I wonder why. Well, we'll start the poll. I'll create it. Ask the question for it to be more interactive. Do you... Oh shit, the different language. Okay, where start? Do you expect a new escalation in Iran? Here we go. The chat has been started already. And people are voting. That's good. I think I'm gonna, like, I need to put, like, some people as moderators. So I'm gonna close this window. Let's go. Let's put as a moderator Ben. Can remove chat messages. Ben and Hawk, because I cannot do it myself somehow. I'm so sorry. Hello guys. Hello Roger Marx. Hello everyone. Just a moment, we have some of the technical thing on the stream. I need to, like, put the stuff here. Okay, and let's go here. Just want to check if the comments are okay. Probably I didn't copy. Okay. It's Mother's Day. Yeah, guys. It's Mother's Day here in just United States or global. It's global. Here it's also Mother's Day. And Anakin, thank you for reminding all of the mothers who are watching the stream, whether it's live or not just live, maybe it's recorded already and you decided to look for the stream. Happy Mother's Day. And today I called to my mother and I greeted my wife because she's mother. So yeah, it's a great day, Mother's Day. Very pleasant, very warm, and all of my greetings to all of the mothers, because it's like a work, it's like a very hard job to grow up kids, and especially, they give their health and It's very lovely, lovely, lovely day. And yeah, thank you so much, Anakin, for reminding me to tell about this very important day. Thank you. Okay, now let's go. Let's go. What? Okay, it's my recommendations. They're not yet. Today I heard like Iran started some of the retaliation strikes. Now I'm trying to find some of the information about that one. Usually I like follow some of the Twitch channels, ground news as well sometimes. Like 2 hours ago, Donny also posted something really big. So United States President Trump has made a first comment since the news broke that Iran sent their response to United States proposal through Pakistan mediators, while nothing has said about it. This is previous his remark. He says, I see already some word like suckers here. Pakistan, while nothing has said about the proposal by President Trump, he can garner and proposal sent by Iran was likely unacceptable. Yeah, later on he already mentioned it. Just right now, it was published a few minutes ago, to the administration, the president was highly critical on the games that Iran has played with past administration to gain concessions. Iran has been playing games with the United States and the rest of the world for 47 years. 47! 86, 47. Delay. And then finally hit pay dirt. Then Hussein Obama became president. But that was the only deal that was working, Donny. That was freaking only deal. And finally they stopped their program, like they froze it at least. And yeah. Donny is delusional. He quitted that deal just because it was signed by Barack Obama. That's the only thing. He was not only good then, he was great. Not only good to them, he was great actually going to their side, jettisoning Israel, poor Israel, and all other allies, and giving Iran a major and very powerful new lease of life. Hundreds of billions of dollars and $1.7 billion in green cash flown into Tehran. He meant the sanction lift or something. Well, he lifted the sanctions from Iran. He started the war against Iran, and at the same time, like a few days later, he lifted the sanctions from Iranian oil. So he is doing basically the same. And later, fuck, we lifted the sanctions. Iran has the money, so we are actually helping their economy. Let's block their blockade. Let's block the strait. Okay, let's do it. Let's go full in. And yeah, it shows that the White House administration doesn't know what to do. It's basically incompetent. It's stupid. Was handed to them in a silver platter. Every bank in DC, Virginia, and Maryland was emptied out. It was so much money that then it arrived. The Iranian thugs had no idea what to do with it. Like, so much money. Like Scrooge McDuck guys, yeah, like they're swimming in the gold. And Trump was angry about it. They had never seen money like this. Shit. What is he even saying here? And never will again. It will take off the plane in the suitcases and such. Like 1.7 billion. They haven't seen those money. Come on. And the Iranians couldn't believe their luck. Definitely Scrooge McDuck stories. They finally found the greatest sucker of them all. They found he means Obama or what? In front of the weak and stupid American president. They finally found the greatest sucker of them all in form of the weak and stupid. Yeah. So he called Obama a sucker. Well, Israel found the great sucker from all of the American presidents who would start the wars, the stupid war in Iran, which is not American interest, absolutely. So Donny, playbook for Israel. Not for Israel as the country, I mean, but for Netanyahu's regime, let's call it like that. He was a disaster as our leader. Yeah, of course, disaster out of disasters. But not as bad as the sleepy Joe Biden. Oh, come on. Again, this guy is nuts. He's delusional. He's like sick. He's just blah. Everything out there barfing it. All of this broken record again, and his thoughts, they're like interconnected. So they're the blocks, yeah. It's like in 8-bit computer game, video game, very old. Then you have just limited options, like some boxes, and it's like the snake. The thought goes from one box to another. Okay, it goes from Obama is bad. Joe Biden. Iran devastated, Navy, Air Force kaputted, everything. And the snake goes round and round in this space, in this sphere. Maybe rectangular, or maybe like this is how he thinks. Nothing more, nothing less, because outside this universe, everything is already rotted down. The brain is rotted. It's dementia thing. So 47 Iranian have tapping along, keeping with killing of people with their roadside bomb. Snake goes roadside bomb, destroying protesters, and recently wiping 42 innocent unarmed protesters. Yeah, if the new block of the thoughts is formed, the old one is disappearing, like it's destroyed. Like there is the limited number of those boxes, and this universe continued to shrink in Trump's head, and that is how it works. Yeah, I believe in that. And it continued to shrink because his dementia is getting worse, and Snake goes like to the limited number of the boxes, and he doesn't know what to do. And he continued to rot down, even physically, not inside his hand. But happy Mother's Day to all mothers. Yep, today is the Mother's Day, absolutely. Ocean Defender, very nice channel, I recommend it. In an interview with 60 Minutes, then asked if the war with Iran is over, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, "I think it's accomplished a great deal, but it's not over." So they want Americans, come on, fight Iran. You need to fight Iran. Ground forces, okay. Israel will not send its ground forces. It's already understandable. But America, can you go? Can you go and fight? Send your sons under drones. Maybe it's their goal, who knows. Saying that enriched material still remains there, enriched sites must be degraded more, and Iranian proxies still remain intact. Then ask how the envisions resolving the problem of enriched material. Prime Minister Netanyahu say, you go there and you take it out. To go there and to take it out, you need a special military operation on the ground. Can I ban people? No, I can't. Well, let it be. Fuck him, but let it be. I mean, this user who praises Netanyahu. According to Reuters, citing Pakistani officials, Pakistani mediators have now received Iran response on the United States proposal centered on potential memorandum of understanding between two countries. There is no understanding. Nothing is there. There is nothing. Ocean Defender also, Ocean Technical, sorry, nice channel. They say unacceptable. That's it. Unacceptable. So no, zero freaking understanding. Absolutely nothing. Okay, guys, just a short break. I'm gonna go through the comments. First of all, those guys who support the channel. KB13, welcome to membership. Thank you so much. Adam, nice to meet you here as well. Yeah, Dementia Dawn, I agree with you 100%. I just explain you how it might work with his brain, like how I understand it could work, because he is saying about the same stuff again and again and again and again. So this broken record, it's absolutely crazy. So thank you so much for joining the membership. And now to other random now comments. I wonder what Netanyahu, from the Twitch now, I wonder what Netanyahu did to get the United States to join the war. Well, some say it's like a conspiracy theory that Netanyahu has something on Epstein case, yeah? So Epstein case is out there, so he has something on Trump, not on Epstein case, something connected to Epstein, because Epstein was connected to some of the Intel and Mossad Those are not even the rumors. He was spotted with those officials before. So, yeah, it was confirmed that Epstein was affiliated with Israel in many friends, many even relatives. So it's like that. Whether he was working directly for Mossad to collect all of the compromising materials, I don't know, but I guess Israel has something on this case. I cannot prove it. I just think like that. It could be not like that. Yeah, it could be just my logical assumption. Like, what Israel has on Trump to force him for this war? Like, what? And I still cannot find. Okay, do you expect a new escalation in Iran? 77% answered yes, and 23% answered no. So thank you guys for the voting, and yeah. An invasion will cost a lot of lives. Yeah, unfortunately, QJ, unfortunately it will. My stand that the conflict in the Middle East is neutral. I suppose no one I support, maybe support no one. I only democracy, human rights. Okay. Thank you for your take, Ben. There will be only delays and delays until Russia gains sufficiently from those oil shortages. Netanyahu is a fascist. I agree with that statement, Cheryl. I like Israel. I like Israeli people. They're good, but sometimes they also protest against their government. Yeah, so it's about their government. Before I was okay with Netanyahu, but then I started to search more information, and with my own eyes, I saw what is happening in neighboring countries, in Lebanon, what is happening right now. So I changed my opinion about Israeli government. I thought at first, okay, Israel should, of course, respond on October the 7th attack on them, but the response was too harsh. Many of the civilians died, like thousands of civilians, and it reminded me also. It's basically copy-paste of what is happening in Ukraine, destroying those villages, buildings, normal life. So for me, Netanyahu equals Putin. Yeah, and Donald Trump is also in their company, let's say. Fuck Netanyahu, fuck Putin, fuck Trump. Yeah, I always say like that now. And I also before tend to say fuck Orban, but Orban is not in politics any longer, and I do not believe that he would return there, so -1 fucker. Look, they tried and didn't work. Netanyahu is a cockroach and had been waiting decades for this. Yeah, they found just a useful president and they started this war, I thought that they made it like they planned it very precisely, because the day one, except this strike in school, everything was perfect. Elimination of how many generals, and I thought wow. And I recorded the video saying, oh, it's good. It's good that they... Okay, I'll finish my thought. I just want to say hello to Ben. Have you been to Iran? What kind of... Yeah, I was flying there once. Several of the times, but I didn't go aside of the airfield. So yeah, sorry for interrupting. So the first day was freaking good to dismantle regime, and I thought, okay, they planned it very well. They flatline Khamenei. They're expecting something to change, and there could be maybe some internal force, some say agencies that will rise or help to rise to those opposition forces. But no, nothing was planned. They just killed Khamenei and expected some changes. But what changes? No one, they thought that it's like with this Maduro case. Then you take the leader out, and Maduro case was actually successful, temporary for Trump. Because the vice president decided, and this clan, Maduro's clan and Maduro's regime decided to cooperate with the United States temporary, while Donny is on power, so it wasn't a success actually for Donny. And he, inspired by that, okay, we can take out leaders and everything will be normal. But Iran is different story. And they just killed Khamenei and expected some changes, but nothing happened, and we have what we have. So that's the strange thing we live in, and now he doesn't know how, because it was poorly planned, it is it goes just for escalation and escalation. Sadly, yeah. Okay, what is next? Breaking. Trump says Iran's response is not worth it. Yeah, Trump spoke with Netanyahu tonight and discussed the Iranian response through described as a brief part of their conversation on the Iran negotiation. This is my business, not anyone's else. Barak Ravid is working for Axios, and Axios is associated with Vitkov, of course. So we may have some of the insights, but at the same time, those insights could be not real, could be just blah blah blah. Because Vitkov, yeah, you know, I'm quite skeptical about Vitkov. Let's try to find out some more. I actually didn't know till me visiting Davos. Then Axios is associated with Vitkov. I spoke with Kellen Robertson, a friend of the channel, and he told me that definitely Axios is a Vitkov source, and like we need to be. It might give some of the insights, but sometimes those insights could be for achieving some of the goals, so they may give misinformation as well. What is this? That's the vessel that was hit. So the vessel was hit today, right? Yeah, 9 hours ago, South Korean Foreign Ministry held a briefing for results of the government joint investigation to HMM Nahu incident, confirming the vessel was struck twice by unidentified aerial object approximately 1 minute apart. I see. South Korean authorities have released imagery of the damage caused to the cargo ship HMM Namo by Iranian attack last week. It's last week. It's not the fresh one. So this is the technical compartment, and it seems like the projectile hit from outside, penetrating the skin of the ship. Yeah, penetrated a lot. I never seen like insides. It seems like they have these forced elements similar to the airplane. Yeah, aviation also came partially from maritime things. So we have the similar names like formers, bulkheads, fin, all of that stuff, And now the pictures of South Koreans presented their pictures. British forces conducted urgent airdrop of medical personnel and supplies halfway across the globe into the remote island Tristan da Cunha. After one British national on the island was suspended of contacting hantavirus. Hantavirus, maybe I'm going to record about it today on the trash channel, of course, not on the main one. So they delivered emergency. Imagine Russia delivering those supplies somewhere across even the Russian territory because of the hantavirus or something. The response of those civilized countries like UK, United States, European Union countries in general, this is awesome. The volume, like how they judge the threat and everything. This ship was hit today. Maybe last night. A commercial vessel was attacked early this morning, coast of Qatar. What we have has received a report that incident 23 nautical miles northeast of Doha, Qatar. Very close to Qatar, actually, 23 nautical miles. It's kind of close. The master of bulk carrier report being hit by a known projectile. So Iran is attacking not just like Strait of Hormuz, it's the bottleneck, but they work with their projectiles and boats all around the Persian Gulf, or Arab Gulf, as people say. Fire has been extinguished. There was a small fire that was eliminated. There is no reported environmental impact. Authorities are investigating. Investigating what? That there is the war in Iran hits everything around more. And they received there is projectile environment. Well, basically the same info. Basically the same shit. Okay, let's go to the comments. Russians are being sent to die for nothing while China chops down their forests and mines their resources. Putin works for Xi. Yeah, I agree with that. Just Mugjunk. That's a nice nickname. So yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, Russia is selling their resources for very cheap prices to China because they're very dependent on China nowadays. Before they had different consumers, like for example in European Union, they were selling multiple of their natural resources, but now it's mostly China that supports the Russian economy. So I agree with you, and China demands from Russia, yeah, we continue to be your customer, but please lower the price. And because Russia has no one to sell their resources for any longer, for example, in EU, they have to lower the price. They have to agree with the Russians' demand. What about the plane that they destroyed then they first attacked February 24? Tiffany. What do you mean? The plane? What plane? What the plane? Like they destroyed lots of the planes, and Ukraine also destroyed their planes. There was also the friendly fire. The day one, like the first week was terrible for Ukrainian Air Force, mostly not because of Russia, but because of own friendly fire. Most of the losses were because of the friendly fire. Because the Ukrainian army has never encountered this kind of the fight. Then there are enemy fighter jets flying all around the country, capital city of Kiev. There were actual dogfights even over the Kiev. Antonov 225, Maria, it wasn't on 20th. The biggest plane, you mean Antonov 225, Maria. This one, yeah, I have it here as a model. Yeah. It was destroyed actually by Ukrainian army. Could be a surprise for many, but no. Russians took Gostomel for the second time. It wasn't on 24th of February. Russians took Gostomel for the second time, and to get rid of Russians, Ukraine launched lots of the artillery shells there. And several shells sadly hit the plane because right near to the hangar. I saw this video. I don't have it, but I saw it. Then I went to Gostomel after Russians escaped. Kadyrov army, Ahmad and Russian paratroopers, remains of them, they were stationed right in the hangar in front of Maria. And that hangar was hit also multiple of the times, and sadly, Maria. So it was shelled by Ukrainians in an attempt to get rid of Russians who stayed there. And it was successful, yeah, Russians were demolished, but also airplanes were hit. Russians also hit several of the airplanes on an airstrip. Antonov 28 was burned down. By the way, very effective airplane. One of the Antonov 28 survived and now working to shut down Russian drones. And also Russians, what they destroyed, Antonov 74, Antonov 12, Antonov 22 was also, like, you may check out my video, just put in a search on my channel, Denis Davydov Hostomel, Hostomel, and you'll find that video, how I went there. Yeah, the camera, I didn't use the best camera. It was a little bit blurry, shaky, but you'll have the idea. And I'm very happy for that. Tom, I'm sorry. We have membership gifts, 10 gifts. Oh my God, sent 10 membership gifts for subscribers. Thank you so much, Tommy Niskanen. Thank you so much for membership gifts. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Good evening, it's Kahash, Pipi in the Kettle. Hola, beautiful people. Hi. Pipi in the Kettle is the nickname of our viewer who is always there. Thank you so much. So let's go, guys, again to the news. Sometimes I'm gonna deflect my attention to the chat, but mostly the news. Trump again told Axios, the same source associated with Vitkov, so they commonly deliver this information. Trump told Axios he'll reject Iran's response to the last draft agreement aimed at ending the war after the United States waited 10 days for Tehran reply. I don't like their letter. It's inappropriate. Yeah, again, quote. Been typing along many. He confirmed he spoke with Netanyahu on Sunday. A very nice call, of course, with his friend Netanyahu, but stressed that Iran talks are my situation are anybody else. Okay. Clem, hi. Rarely catch you on streams, but rarely really respect your efforts. Love Ukraine. Thank you so much, Clem. Thank you for the channel support. And yeah, stay awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And glad to see you on the stream. What the fuck is that? This I don't like. Even though I appear two of the times on Marian Nafal show, but he's the fucker. He's the fucker. I no longer communicate with him. He asked me to join his podcast show. He is mostly on Twitter. Yeah, he asked me to join. Then the war has just been started in Iran, and I say politely, I said, get lost. Yeah, so because I don't like his agenda, and even before elections in Hungary, he went to Hungary. He spoke with Orban, took the interview of him. He also spoke with Lavrov. Why I agreed to on a couple of the podcasts with him, because Ukrainian ambassador in the United States, she also gave him her interview. And it happened right after he requested me to participate. I agreed, but at the same time, he asks like pro-Russian, like really pro-Russian propaganda to join. So actually, I subscribe for him. Yeah, because there is the team working for him, and they post like actual news, what is happening. Oh, and from Ukraine, hello. So they post the actual news, what is happening. But to cooperate with him, no, any longer. He's like this nasty guy, and he also like not Trump's puppet, but Elon's puppet. Yeah, he's like Elon Musk, Elon Musk, Elon Musk. And he's very big on Twitter, by the way, this Mario Nafal, but not on YouTube. On YouTube, even we are bigger with our subscribers. Trying to find some of the more news. See, even submarines are being deployed. American submarine, a high-class missile submarine coming to Gibraltar, Mediterranean. And from Gibraltar, they might go closer to Iran. It is equipped with cruise missiles, I think, or ballistics. Missile submarine, yeah, there are many missiles. Ballistic missile submarine has been detected in Europe, yeah. In Mediterranean, not in Europe itself, but in Mediterranean Sea, yeah? Passing through the Gibraltar choke point. Yeah, it's kind of the big thing, and I'm sure they carry nuclear weapons as well. By the way, about nukes, there was some information that Trump is getting ready to use nukes, something like that. Like what the fuck? Or can we do the poll? Do you think nukes will be used? Do you? Maybe used. I am given this like for general by anyone. The thing nukes may be used anytime soon, so it's like in general by any side. Maybe it's Iran, maybe it's United States, Russia. I think, yeah. So who can use them? Do you think like in general about the nukes? Can they be used by any side or something? We can also check the poll on. We can also check the poll on Twitch. Honestly, I have no doubts that they will be used someday, but it's about soon. Yeah, whether it's soon or not. Oh, maybe I just put it for 1 minute, but anyways, we don't have lots of the viewers on Twitch. You're going to keep saying, if you're going to keep saying the United States is going to use nukes in Iran, you are being irresponsible. And I'm going to have to stop watching you anymore. That's total BS. Fuck off, unsubscribe. I can say whatever I want to say. So, this for you. Oh, nice focus on the camera. Trying to find some more news. I'm not even trying. You see, they want to put the words in my mouth. You see? Like, I haven't said, like, I just said, like, there will be nukes used somewhere in the future. Like, we have this weapon, it will be, again, used someday. I believe in that because we have it. But I'm asking about, like, in general, do you think it will be used anytime soon? And the guy's like, if you say that it will be used soon, I'm gonna answer. So fuck off. Don't watch me. Thanks for following, Victor Tunic. In the last few hours, the Ministry of the Defense of the United Arab Emirates Air Defense have engaged 2 drones. The Ministry of Defense announced that on Monday it's today, UAE Air Defense Systems successfully engaged 2 UAVs launched from Iran. So Iran continued to attack them. So it was truce, really. They were intercepted on the way, since the ones are said UAE Air Defense have engaged ballistics 29 cruise missiles. No martyrs, fatalities, injuries. That's good. No fatalities, no injuries. The total number. There's the total number of injuries has been reached 230 since the onset of the blatant Iranian attack involving injury. So it's since the start of the war. I didn't know that so many people were injured. We have someone from Norway. Windbreaker, we can check the polls, but what about the Slovaks? It's some sort of the joke, right? Right? We can check the polls, but what about Slovaks? Slovaks, they're also awesome, and they will get rid of Fico, I believe in that. So thank you for the channel support, and greetings to Norway. Awesome country. Hopefully one day I'm gonna go there. Oh shit, I finished the poll, I didn't see the results, fuck. This extension on the Chrome, like, okay, I'll check on... the guys on Twitch, they say that no, it will not be used. Of 33 who say they support Trump, may half would actually vote for him. They will stay home. Do you think so? Who is more active, like in general, Republican side or Democratic side in elections, like as usual? The thing news soon, no 87, yes 13. Yeah, I also don't think that the nukes will be used. I support majority. Yeah. Admittedly, it looks as though Americans are insane. Well, 33% or 30, I think. 30%. American political system is so broken and flawed. It's unique, let's say, and somehow it allowed United States of America to last for some time. For a long time. A great celebration, yeah, this year will be an Independence Day. Sadly, Trump is the president. And yeah, we have the news about the Air Force Air Mobility Command, AMC, is hard to at work at the morning with 13 United States Air Force C-17A Globemasters and 2 United States Air Force C-5M. Super Galaxy aircraft. So they continue to send logistics. Like, we may check out Trump's tweets on True Social. Of course, we may check out legacy media. We may check out analysis. But the most important thing is to what is happening actually on the ground. And we see that United States Air Force mobility is hard at work. Since the ceasefire, they're hard at work almost every day. Many planes flying. You may check them on Flight Radar 24 easily, and they reinforce the group. They reinforce the group. So, and paratroopers are being sent, Marines are being sent, special forces are being sent. So there's pretty much enough forces, I would tell you, for occupation. Can we call it occupation of the islands in the Strait of Hormuz? Marina, make a poll and ask if we think that the United States is sending boots on the ground in Iran. Good idea. I can do it. Yeah, I can do it. Will USA send ground troops to Iran? Iran means all of the island, like any sort of the Iranian islands. I mean, all of the Iranian territory, including those small islands in the Persian Gulf near the Strait of Hormuz, Hark Island or Kark Island, or the shore itself. Yeah. We're gonna check. And the same for, I'm gonna put for Twitch. Yeah. USA sent ground troops to Iran, something like that. And after the poll, I'm gonna tell my own opinion. Kuwait Minister of Defense announced earlier today that it was responding to a number of hostile drones in Kuwaiti airspace. So 10 hours ago, not just drones were sent to UAE, but also to Kuwait. And I think I read those news early morning. I don't remember from what agencies. And it seems like Kuwait, Qatar, and UAE, they were attacked by some of the unknown drones. And later on, there was the statement that the United States condemned the attack on those three countries. So there's the escalation. For the last few days, since this liberation convoy operation of Donald Trump that was canceled the day after, I think it was 1 week ago, yeah? On Sunday it was announced, on Monday it was done, on Tuesday it's Taco Tuesday. No one is fighting on Taco Tuesday. Trump said that they canceled this operation because they're at the brink of achieving some sort of the negotiation result. Yeah, of course. But de facto, Saudi Arabia and who else? There was some of the other. Kuwait, I think the same. Kuwait and Qatar, they told, no, we're not going to give you the permission to use your bases, our airspace. No, get out. With your ideas of convoying some of the ships. And Iran retaliated on those ships that the United States decided to send 3 of the destroyers. According to American side, those destroyers beautifully went out from the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian side says that they hit those. To whom believe? I don't know. The same propaganda comes from both of the sides. From the United States, a very beautiful, mighty army. And from Iran, it's also like, we annihilated them. Thank you for following Rebel Legal Latte. Thank you so much. On Twitch. So, whom to believe there? What happened to those ships? And I haven't seen the photos of those ships. Donald Trump immediately started to share AI generated pictures of laser beams hitting drones everywhere. But the fact is, the operation was over by the United States. That's it, because it created the risks for the Gulf countries, and this operation was not coordinated with them. Absolutely. Donald Trump just decided to do it, maybe one day ago on the previous Sunday, and woo, we're gonna start this epic convoy operation. I forgot the name of it, but anyways, it doesn't matter. So they decided to take some of the ships, but Iran hit civilian vessels, many of them that day, and the Gulf countries said, get lost. We'll not give you the permission for it any longer. And I think yesterday Donald Trump said about the convoy operation number 2, this attempt that they have already negotiated with all of those countries. But from what we see, we have lies after lies after lies from this administration all the time. So it's better not to trust those tweets. It's better to look at the real picture and to trust some of the even leaks more, I guess. Well, not from Axios, but from other media sources. I think the thing about Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Qatar, it was correct that they decided not to let the United States to continue that operation by cutting logistics, basically. So yeah, operation, because of that, it was halted. Yeah, Epstein Fury, you're correct, Lego Latex. Operation Distract from Epstein Files, yeah, you looks like it nowadays. Okay, we don't have new super chats, just some of the live chat comments. Say has no power, give it a few years to become apparent. It has the power. It has a mighty army, I think. But I don't think it has the power in some of the aspects. Like, for example, modern drone war, I would put that under the question. Like the ground war, yeah? United States has outstanding power to demolish some of the country's navy and military. That's what they've done, yeah? It was kind of the old school Navy and Air Force in Iran, but they did it successfully. Those aerial strikes, fantastic weaponry. But, we have an interesting, will the United States send troops on Iran? So we have yes, no, 50-50 on Twitch. It's interesting. So 5 people say that there's going to be a landing operation, ground forces, and 5 people say no, 50-50. And what we have on here, also very close. So will the United States send ground troops to Iran? Yes, 43%, no, 57%. I think, guys, well, I'm finishing this voting. Thank you for participation. Well, I think my idea that after all, they might send some of the ground forces. They might send if they already use logistics. Like just see what is happening. Medical supplies, even blood plasma is there. Those are way more supplies than usual. They send Marines, they send troops, so something's happening. Maybe they're preparing definitely for the ground invasion. Preparing. But again, it's not going to be the full scale because simply not enough forces. And here, then I talk about American Army weaknesses. In ground active combat, some of the small operations, they're very, very good. But the full-scale attack somewhere, I would put it under question. And the military draft is possible in the case of like full escalation, as we see Russian-Ukrainian war, or the war of Russia against Ukraine, is better to say. So if we speak about thousands of the forces, there's going to be a military draft in Ukraine. I listen sometimes to this Green Beret. I don't agree with his political takes, but anyways, I listen to him because he is, after all, he's a smart guy. It's Valhalla FVT. And he is, he's the special force guy. He used to fight in Afghanistan, and he has a very interesting take about Donald Trump. Maybe that's why I'm listening to him, because he's making fun of all of the shit happening. And he told that United States were very, very close to announce draft, basically conscripting usual people for the army during the anti-terror operation in beginning of 2000s. So they were very, very close for that. And he says that because simply not enough infantry. So special forces, yes. Soldiers, it's not enough for those full-scale operations as we see happening in Ukraine, sometimes in Russia, by the way, with this Kursk attack on the Russian territory. So this is the downside, like very sophisticated army, yeah, United States, but just aerial strikes, yeah, aerial navy is fantastic, the best of the best. It's understandable. Air Force, super. Intelligence, surveillance, fantastic. But sometimes the decisive action is actually happening on the ground. And Air Force is not enough to win the war. And with Iran, we see that despite all of those bombings, regime is still out there, regime is functioning, regime is capable to hit, those vessels almost every day. So it's not the solution to change the government in the country. Government could be changed either by PSYOP operation inside, with those CA services, but it wasn't done properly with Iran. Or locals themselves, they might riot, as Iranians rioted. It was done, I think, properly, but you see, regime, they decided to just kill their people. And it was the down wave, then Donald Trump decided to engage. So it was too little, too late. And also the drone component of American army, I don't think it's good. The drones, they should be very cheap. Ukraine showed that, Russia showed that drones should be damn cheap. All of the American drone production is crazy expensive. And they do not understand. Like every time I see their tweets from their mighty, Department of War. Like, what is this? What is this? Like, what the fuck is this? American war fighters will always have the technological edge. American innovation. Yes, this is American innovation. Did you know? Did you know that this is American innovation? Is this? And luckily we have the notice in the comments, this thing on Twitter. The design is based on German Dornier Dar, which is in turn inspired the Israeli AI Harpy, which in turn inspired the Iranian Shahid, which in turn inspired the American innovation. We always have the innovation, American innovation. Like those drones are okay to be used, yeah. Sometimes Ukraine also has those drones, like they are smaller than Shahids, a little flying wing design. But don't tell that it's innovation. Use those drones, but they like mighty army. Like this is more show off, That's what they do. We show off. We have mighty military. You need to be grounded a little more, to understand that you need sometimes even support from your allies, even from Ukraine. But this administration, this is what they post, laser beam, bing, yang, boom, 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 boom. This is Department of War official page, and this is the United States president. Do you think that they're competent? They're absolutely not competent. So every fuck what they do, they will fuck up. This is the big fuck up. This war is the big fuck up. They will not rule out anything. So that's the reality. We live in this daydream or whatever. Bonken, hi. Big army, but not able to fly all types of drones. Yes, and there are not enough FPVs, cheap FPVs. What they did, they banned DJI. DJI, okay. But in case of the war, you need even China-made components. Actually, guys, yes. And Ukraine is using China-made components till now because they're dirty cheap. The same freaking American drone costs 5 times more than China-made. I'm not saying China is good, but that's the reality. To win, you need to have lots of those drones. And if you waste your American dollars for expensive drones, you will have less drones. That's the fact. They have some super chat? No. No new super chats. So let's go to regular chats, just random messages. What happened to America protecting the Middle East from all the missiles? That's one more thing. Yeah, America apparently is not protecting Middle East that much. Like they try to do it with Patriot missiles, but they're very expensive and they're all being used. Like throughout this operation, they used more missiles than Ukraine for entire war. More Patriot missiles. Trump is going to China soon, so maybe he's gonna lick the ass of the president to buy their components. No. He doesn't need. He doesn't care about the drones. He always says like they already have the best drones of the best drones ever. You know, he will ask. He will ask for components, but not for the drones. I'll tell you. I'll even show you for what he'll ask the components. He will ask the components for this shit. Yeah, Trumpophone. He needs Trumpophone. That was delayed already for more than a year. Yeah, it was promised the last year. Oh no, less than a year. It was promised summer 2025. I remember that. Trumpophone was promised summer 2025. Originally, they say that it will be made in America. Then they changed. It's gonna be made. It's gonna like touch American hands or something. Well, they always change this website. How I know it? Because Moist Critical, the guy Charlie from Moist Critical. I don't know if you know the guy, but he is like has lots of the subscribers, and I watch his sometimes even his streams and his videos. They're hilarious, and he films the series of the videos about this Trumpophone. So he calls to the support, and anyone can call the support. You don't need to fund $100 for Trumpophone to call the support. You may just say your random email or something, and they will tell you somehow you'll be in their database for receiving the Trumpophone, and they'll tell you like you have to wait like 2 weeks, you have to wait 1 month or something. We're gonna email you, but they never emailed. So I am surprised that there's still someone on that line to respond. And yeah, Charlie, he is so hilarious in those videos, you know, and he records how he speaks with this Trump support. This is outstanding. And how can you make this phone? What's the general like view details? Okay, view details. Like, what's the general price? Before they posted like 500 with something dollars, but now they removed the price. And if you read out the terms and conditions, like if you pay $100. You'll charge to receive mounts free, then about Trump. Okay. So then you pre-order, you'll have like product features, images, illustration only, final products, appearance, and specifications may vary. So they show this shit, but it could be different, yeah? So, and you pay like for idea of the phone later on in the terms and conditions, terms of use, maybe here. Degree every provisions there may not be authorized access. You may not order or obtain products or services from Trump. So you pay $100, but you may not order or obtain products, mobile services. So it's like you pay just $100 to Trump's budget. That's it. These terms contain very important information. So it's like you pay for the idea of the Trumpophone, not for exact product. It's not the prepayment, and it's not fixing the price. But this is crazy. Like I need to check it out. It's kind of the large text, but anyways, the idea. Like I watched Charles' videos about that, and this is just one more rug pull as they usually do with Trump's team. Nothing new, just a scam. So maybe Donald Trump would ask Xi Jinping to give him some of the phone that would be golden, to release it as the Trump phone to make the part of his MAGA community happy. He would earn on that as well. All right. An Iran source told Ansim and Trump's response to Iran negotiating answer carries no significance, stating that no one in Iran formulates proposals to please the United States president. The negotiations team writes exclusively for the rights of Iranian people. The sources, The sources claim, and if Trump dissatisfied, that's probably preferable. Shit. No one humiliated Trump that much. The source went further. Trump in general does not like reality, and therefore he loses to Iran again and again. Ooh. That's why he's like crazy, because definitely it's like freaking dead. Trump in general doesn't like reality. Yes, freaking yes. Yeah, I don't like Iranian regime, but they're so successful with that campaign. They've been attacked, they've been like Navy destroyed, they're like in this, I won't say even propaganda, but in reality what they push, like you cannot do anything with us. Like what you can do really, you don't have the leverage. You may bomb us, but still, like, what's the use? You may bomb bridges, even like power plants, but Russia is bombing power plants in Ukraine for the fifth year, sorry. And Ukrainians, they're not giving up. So the same situation could be in Iran. Yes, people are not united around RGC that much compared to Ukraine unity. But still, if they're being attacked by foreign force, they will get united. So maybe it will play even in favor of Iranian regime and RGC. I guess so. But they will, of course, not beg for anything here. And their reaction, it tells a lot. That's why I'm saying that negotiations, they're not possible. They're not possible because Iran thinks that they are winning and Doni thinks that they are winning. And Doni begs them, like not begs him, but really demands for Iran to give up nuclear weapons to the United States, not nuclear weapons even, but enriched uranium and all of those facilities to Americans, because that is the main demand of Israel. They push Donny for that, everything of that. That's why Donald Trump insists, okay, give us uranium and everything. But Iran doesn't want to give it back because it's been attacked. And probably it's the only thing for them and for Iranian regime to keep safe is to gain nuclear weapon. So on one hand, they have like Donald Trump attacking them, and if you give him nuclear things, like what is next? Like, will he stop attacking you or not? Like, there's the question. There is the question, because you never know, because he's under influence now. I mean, Donny. Shit, no one spoke to Donny like that. No one, and that's why he's like getting crazy about Iran. And again, those are not, there is no solid government in Iran. There is consolidation of the forces. RGC is now ruling, but in general, like there's no united government that might tell, like, so Iran may always tell some of the officials that, hey, it was just this guy, it's not important. And if Trump would say, oh, I'm going to blast you up. No, it's just some of the Iranian source. Yeah, Tansim, our propaganda. Don't look at this, Donny, but you are out of reality. Jeez. What do people say? Fasten your seatbelts. Statements like often aimed as much as domestic audiences as the opposing negotiation team. They will pay for that comment. Yeah, of course. You sure like posting obvious propaganda. Come on, those disgust, obviously bullshit. Open source intel, also probably nice. Oh shit, what is that? I haven't seen this one. What the hell? What is that? Is it an airbase? Or this is an airport? 23 minutes ago. Friday night around 11:19 p.m. local time from Frontier Airlines. So this is America. Los Angeles. Frontier Airlines 4345 and Airbus A321 bound for Los Angeles strike and killed a person on runway 17 left at Denver International Airport during takeoff. There were 231 people on board, 224 passengers and 7 crew. Yeah, this is big. I mean, this is long. Airbus A321. This is a longer version of 320. The presidential pedestrian on a runway. Freaking pedestrian on a runway. Pedestrian has jumped the perimeter fence. It's like a GTA or what? Roughly 2 minutes before the incident and was crossing the runway. Then the plane struck them. Them? Or him or whom? One guy, the second guy, right? Jeez. With what? With the engine? The person was at least partially consumed by one of the engines. Consumed, fuck. Causing the brief engine fire. Pilot immediately aborted takeoff. Oh, it was before we won, but... Pilot immediately aborted takeoff and radiated tower fronting 4345. We're stopping on the runway. We just hit somebody. We have an engine fire. Smoke filled the cabin and passengers were evacuated via emergency slides. Fuck. 12 people reported minor injuries. Yeah, every sort of evacuation leads to injuries. Because, yeah, I jump through those slides like it's the part of the usual training. But if you're not ready for that, and usually people do not jump on those slides, they hit the ground with their heads, limbs, and So 12 people is not that much for the number of the passengers they have. So actually, it's the good outcome. 12 people reported minor injuries and 5 were transported to local hospitals. Pedestrian was pronounced dead. Why? Yeah, consumed by the engine. But why it happened in the first place? Pedestrian pronounced dead and since has been publicly identified. Has not been publicly identified. Yeah, just DNA samples could be there found. Maybe some of the debris, ID card, if it survived. They're not believed to have been an airport employee. Is it the way to finish everything? At least one guy. But they continue to say they. It means pronounce or what? Is it pronounced like they? Because we don't know who it was, like male or female or what. They continue to say they. So the guy, yeah. They have not been have been an airport employee. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said the person had deliberately scaled the fence and called it a deliberate trespass. The identity and motive of the person on the runway remain unknown. This is dangerous. I mean, the outcome is more or less okay, yeah, except for this guy who went there. But just imagine if it is that easy to penetrate the perimeter, it's bad. There should be some of the video surveillance. I'm sure there was, but the reaction was nothing. So everyone, potentially, there's the war with Iran nowadays. Iran might call to their friends, some fanatics in the United States. I believe there are some people who really like Ayatollah regime, and maybe they may even pay Ayatollah regime RGC to some of the people out there, and they might carry something on the runway, something. Maybe to puncture even, not kaboom something, but spikes to puncture wheels of the airplane tires to cause some of the problem, yeah? It could be sabotage. The sabotage which Russia does in Europe, by the way. Not on the airport so far, but it could be. So the situation is dangerous that how this guy went there. Just across the fence. It's very unusual. Usually the fence is very tough to cross. Okay, let's go to some of the do we have a super chat? No new super chat. Is that guy that walked into the airfield? Yeah, it seems like. I haven't heard about it, so I'm just on the stream. I'm seeing that shit. Wow. Even on Iranian state media, they are saying that they don't want to attack the United States directly. Well, yeah. Totally not others. Maybe he lost his drone on a lake. Yeah, maybe he was filming the drone there, filming airplane. There was the case, by the way, in Ukraine, even before the war, before everything of that. I think it was some sort of the initial DJI drones which were released, and some of the guys decided to fly it to film airplanes. And it was not, there was no software limits back then. It's now you cannot fly DJI drones in airports areas. But before, no, you may fly, could fly everywhere. Then the drones have just started to become massively. So guys, they bought the drone and decided to film, I think, Boeing 747, and it was our airline, Ukraine International, and our pilots they said like they were sitting in the plane on the runway, and they said that the drone was coming, filming themselves, filming them through the window, and they look at the drone look at them, and finally the drone just fall down. It fall down in front of them, so they had to not abort the takeoff because it wasn't really initiated, but they called the car, and the car took the drone out. It seems like the battery depleted or something. I don't know. It crashed just in front of them. So it happened in Boryspil before, yeah. And no one was found, miraculously. So we yet don't know who was launching that drone straight to the airplane, to film something. Yeah. There was some investigation done, but nothing was found. So it could be here like that, I guess. Good evening, sir. Late on the street. Oh, it's okay, Vaculant. Oh, Mr. 007, greetings to UK. Have a beer. No, I have a voix. I have a bow. Have a bow. Greetings to UK. Oh shit, I lost my cup. But anyways, I have a tea here, so I'm gonna pour some water. Yeah, thank you so much for the channel support, by the way, Mr. 007. Are you a real Mr. Bond then, 007? Thank you for reminding me to be hydrated. Thank you so much. Oh, Idar, thank you for the channel support. Idar V or Foul 100. Thank you. You must begin discussing how Russia will be held accountable for the destruction they've caused, and additional tax should be imposed on goods in Europe to compensate for the damages dealt to Ukraine. I'm not sure about the taxes, but what I'm sure about, Idar, is that if Europe stop those corrupt schemes with Russia, it will have enough money to not to compensate Ukraine, but to at least give Ukraine enough stands or enough tools to stop Russia fully on the front lines. Because now Europe pays more for Russia than it pays for Ukrainian military support. This is crazy. And we know that Russian fossil fuels, they found themselves in Ukraine. Oh, sorry, in Europe, not in Ukraine, in Europe. That is how it works. And sadly, Europe even asked Ukraine to open Druzhba pipeline to buy Russian oil. This is so miserable. I don't understand that. And the fact that Russia is even being presented, this is very bad. And I'll try to find, I think Kellen Robertson, he posted the video today. He went to Venice, I think. Yeah, Kellen Robertson. Oh no, he didn't post the video. He just posted that he was there in Venice and he was up to post the video soon, but not yet. I think today he will do it in 1 hour or something. His last video was from Hungary, so he's doing on-field reporting. He's a very nice guy, friend of the channel, and actually he has so many views, 1 million. Well, this video is crazy about Kherson. Recommend you to watch, where he nearly was hit by the drone, actually, or drones. With Zelensky, actually his interview, he didn't have so many views compared to his usual videos. But it's still great interview. Like, I would ask some more difficult questions if I was there, of course, but it's up to Kellen. He's an interviewer and he is doing fantastic job. We met with him in Davos personally, so yeah, recommendation. Kellen Robertson, really supporter of Ukraine, great guy. And Idar, we want to thank you so much for supporting of the channel, and greetings to Norway, fantastic country. Kellen is good, yeah. Just got my MD call. What? Steve, I'm a civil engineer major student, but have history. Okay, that's usual. Yeah, I agree with you, Total Others. I think Kellen is really insane. Dennis, we cannot see YouTube chat on your screen. Oh shit, that's the same fucking story again and again with this. Okay, it should be now visible, I hope. No, it's not visible. Well, hopefully, yeah, now it's visible. Yeah, sometimes this program just cuts the YouTube chat. Well, thank you for saying me, Ozzy. Yeah, happy Mom's Day, happy Mother's Day to everyone. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to yeah, we have all mothers, so mothers, those are bringing us to this life, and mothers are doing so much to help us throughout. Well, there are different families out there, but most of the mothers, they're awesome. They're awesome. So yeah, happy Mother's Day. Today I called my mother, and it's a good day to call. Maybe you can do it with Zelensky one day. You mean interview? No, I don't want. I don't know. So what we have, like the outcome, the latest news. Donald Trump told extras that he rejects Iran's response. The last draft agreement aimed at ending the war after the United States waited 10 days for Tehran reply. I don't like their letter. It's inappropriate. Confirm he spoke. So everything is the same. For reference, Trump will travel to China on May 13th, so very soon, in a couple of days, and hold a meeting with Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping. Okay, we'll see where it goes. Those news were published 2 days ago. According to The Economist, citing Russian document, Russia is considering supplying Iran with thousands of fiber optic FPV drones, along with the training for their use against American forces. The Economist published this article. So if it is happening, maybe Russians have some of the intel that Americans are getting ready for ground operation, because you don't need those FPV drones for anything else. Well, maybe some of the boats, right? Some of the Ukraine is using FPV drones. They're flying from those drone boats. They're going through, for example, Crimean shore to hit some of the Russian vehicles. Well, if you don't have the vehicles, you don't need FPV drones, the enemy, to hit the enemy vehicles, right? And so Americans are there preparing some of the ground operation, and Russia knows about it. That's also a big question. Has any missile hit Ukraine? Yes, in Kharkiv region. I told about it in a video. It was I don't remember. Maybe aviation gliding bomb. Maybe missile, maybe aviation gliding. Also, we have it from China, you see. Chinese companies are massively supplying engines, microchips, and other components for production of Shahid kamikaze drones to Iran and Russia, openly ignoring United States sanctions. The Wall Street Journal says Russia strike Kharkiv with Shahid drones. Yeah. This is the video of the Shahid drones. So China is playing to support Iran and Russia with components. Without China's support, Russia would have been not that capable. I'm not saying about the total collapse of the Russian army, but they would not be that capable, of course. So yeah, now we have this kind of situation, guys. We have the Bloomberg and the meeting with China's leader, Bloomberg. Trump is expected to confront Xi Jinping this week over China's support for Iran. Yeah, we just say that they support components for drones at least, including oil purchases and possible weapon exports. Everything is like, yeah, this logic, this detective work that we do with you. It is like that. The two leaders will meet Tuesday and Friday in Beijing amid tensions over trade, Taiwan, AI, and Iran. I wonder how this meeting might go. Of course, China is very interested in lowering the influence of the United States of America. And it has never been that low, I mean, this influence than with Donald Trump as the president. Yeah, so China doesn't need to do anything. United States just destroying its influence on their own. Dennis, what is your opinion on Iran war prospects? Do you think regime change is still possible? We Iranians are still hopeful, but it seems everyone doesn't think regime change is possible anymore. Yeah, I don't think that regime is possible to change anytime soon, like not in the short-term perspective, sadly. I thought that the regime would collapse during the first, maybe second day of the war, because I saw that people were cheerful, and they were protesting before. So I thought that, with the elimination of Khamenei, there is the possible for positive change in the future, nearby future, but no. I think the situation became even worse than it was before the war. So I don't have the good prospects for Iran, unfortunately. It's not like Syria, it's not like Venezuela, no. Sadly, it's not like that. Only people may change the regime or a huge ground operation. But ground operation requires, in Iran, it requires hundreds of thousands of soldiers at least. And without the general draft to United States Army, it's not possible either. So Tzutzwang, the dead end, first of all, for Donald Trump. I believe that regime will be changed. Let's say, regime will be changed in Iran in our lifetime, but not anytime soon. Like not this year, not the next one probably. Yeah. But it's like in Russia, regime cannot survive like constantly, like in that state with economy, because it's getting harder. Like all of the protest potential is still out there in Iran, but it's very difficult to implement it with the war happening. So yeah, what Trump did with Netanyahu actually is cementing, let's say, a regime, making it more rigid, robust than before, and we see it. And also it's more disintegrated, but it doesn't mean that it's not solid. So that's something new. Yeah, so there are lots of the branches of the power, but the main branch is now RGC, and it may influence other branches, and we know RGC is the most unhinged. So thank you for the comment. China will fund Iran. Yeah, they're already doing it. Like, according to Wall Street Journal article, we see it's of address, by the way, hello. So yeah, they're already sending components for the drones, for other weaponry. So it's like that. They are doing it already. And Trump is going to China to confront Xi Jinping. Hey, bro, you're sending components. You don't need to send those, bro. How would it look like? I mean, the Trump confronting Xi Jinping. I don't think he is capable really to confront him. The last time he was really miserable during their meeting. He was like a dog there. Iran's economy is collapsing though, fermented tea. Yeah, it's collapsing. But China is buying their oil and China is sending them parts. And if there is the existential war for Iranian regime at least, I don't think that they really care that much about the economy. They care, but not that much, let's say. What is here? 1 minute ago, Wall Street Journal. One of 2 United States soldiers who went missing. I already read this article. They found the remains of, like, body of one of the missing American soldiers in Morocco. It was found. They lost during the rescue operation or something. 2 of the soldiers. One is still missing. So details of Iran's response to United States plan, which is the United States terrorist president accept. That is what they say on their media. Oh, United States terrorist president. Oh my God. Never. Iran's plan has been presented in response. Okay, Iran rejected the United States plan that was proposed long time ago, maybe more than a month ago. Iran's plan emphasized the necessity of war reparations by United States and Iran. Iran stressed the need to end sanctions and release the seized funds. Their demands, it's like Putin. Like, they don't have ground for their demand. Let's be honest. Like, even though they troll United States president, they troll American establishment, but they do not have leverage for those demands. They're absolutely unhinged demands. They're maximalistic, and of course Donald Trump will never agree on those. Iran is now, well, they think they're really winning. Well, the fact that it's not like that, I mean, they're not fully winning. It's like they're not, but they're not losing either. But they think that they're winning, and they're going with those demands for the United States. And the United States, they think that they're winning, and they go with their demands, and the negotiations are not possible in this case. Jeez. Iranian state television channel TV, Iran reject American proposal, which means surrendering to Trump's excessive demands. So they say that Trump's demands are excessive, but they put their excessive demands about about control over the Hormuz. I wonder about the Europeans. They all look at it like, what the fuck is happening? But the picture for me is pretty much understandable. So if there is no negotiation, it means that there will be escalation. Yeah, this iconic McDonald's. Let's change a little bit, maybe to, like, let's all mix together, like Iranian, Ukrainian, whatever news we have. I already showed those guys on one of my videos. They were captured, I think, more than a week ago, and they eat McDonald's. McDonald's. What is interesting about this surrender, that to surrender to Ukrainian side, those Russians had to cross Dnipro River. They were captured on the Russian-controlled territory, so there was no imminent threat for them, just from Ukrainian drones, I mean. They were staying in positions, on the Russian control, so-called control territory, marked with the red color by Gerasimov and all of the maps, by the way. But they decided to surrender. Then I first time saw it, like they crossed the Dnipro River to reach Ukrainian side. Like, what? It's the first surrender like that I've seen, actually. Georgie, bye. Yeah, Hawk wants Big Mac now. Yeah. I also want it, but I cannot eat it. Fuck McDonald's. You know, I'm addicted to that junk food. I like it so much. Then I was young, really young. I mean, we had a restaurant open of the fast food restaurant. It's called restaurant. Yeah. Fast food restaurant. For the first time I went there with my parents. It wasn't McDonald's, but I remember this taste of something like cheeseburger. And for me, it was still the most tasty freaking food I ever ate. Because we all, like then I was a boy, we all watched like those Disney movies and other stuff, some shows. And McDonald's was like hamburgers and French fries. It was there presented in like from American culture, but we hadn't got any sort of that stuff. And then first restaurant like that opened with the junk food. I was like, oh, so fucking. I remember this taste. I want to eat even now. In the Russians, they don't have McDonald's. They have вкусная точка, so tasty and the point. Or full stop, taste and the full stop, something like that, which is actually McDonald's. I mean, they have the same menu, just different owner. But they might try a real McDonald's now in Ukrainian captivity. This was an opening for me that they surrendered to Ukrainian drones. They crossed the Dnipro River, and that requires lots of the efforts to reach Ukrainian positions because they were constantly under Ukrainian drone strikes across Antonovsky Bridge. Crazy. Now it's like a propaganda video from Ukrainian side, and they eat all of this McDonald's. We follow the drone, they say. Следовали за дроном, so we follow the drone. They had Ukrainians called us through the loudspeaker where to go. Drone loudspeaker. So Ukrainians, they have the drones with the loudspeaker. Also on UGVs, they're being installed, ground unmanned vehicles.
Дрон с динамиком.
With dynamic, yeah.
Солдат сдавайся в плен, мы вам гарантируем жизнь.
So Ukrainians told to them via this speaker, you surrender and we guarantee you will live. They decided to surrender.
Легли. Нас пытался атаковать FPV российский.
Russian side tried to attack them using FPV.
Украинцы успели вовремя положить на землю, чтобы нас не увидел наш же FPV.
He said that Ukrainians called us to lay down immediately before our own FPV appeared in attempt to attack us. So Russian drone operator received the command to eliminate those traitors who decided to surrender to Ukrainian side. And Ukrainians, they call like, FPV is coming, lay down. That's what they tell.
За что?
Мы вышли, подняли руки вверх и следовали за дроном.
Russians, now I want to eat. I want to eat. Come on. Let's finish with this one. Come on. It was a very interesting. So, no joke, 34th Brigade, yeah, they did this job. They imprisoned them. Fantastic. But it was like more than a week ago. I remember that. I think Jake Bro even named his video the Russians surrender because of McDonald's or something like that. What was his question? His name of the video. Yeah, this one. Mac surrender. Russian soldiers surrender for free McDonald's. By the way, it has lots of the views. Happy Meal wins. Yeah. Good evening. A little bad Russians even eat the bags the food came in. Oh, yeah. Greetings to Bulgaria, Doug. Thank you so much for support. Do we have some of the super chat today? Yeah, I already answered that. All of the super chat. Thank you guys for your awesome support. Calories, yeah, calories and protein is important also for keeping the at least muscles. Then on a diet, I didn't eat enough protein. Now I changed my diet a little bit. Okay, what is that from Max? Max25 is a good channel. Russians were given the task of reaching the outskirts of Kramatorsk by May 30th. Spokeswoman of the 56th Motorized Rifle Brigade Kostenko. This is the Ukrainian. Reaching outskirts of Kramatorsk by May. Okay. Outskirts of, well, you may call those outskirts, yeah, outskirts of Kramatorsk, like 15 at least kilometers away. By May this, what year? Did they specify what year? People are like, Pokrovsk Avdiivka. Yeah, it was like for the time. Like Russians' army is advancing slower than a snail. If a snail had started crawling February 24, 2022, it would have already reached Vienna. And Russians reached Pokrovsk. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Mager birds are going to have fun, indeed. And which year? Yeah, I also tell like which year, May 3rd, which year? What year? Yeah, we're on the same wave with the guys in the comments. It's fun. By May the 30th. They are so unrealistic. Yeah, even in 2027, it's not not gonna work. The one in pie just like cream with. Okay. Cheers. I showed this guy today in my video from the parade. Yeah, so Russians have they have military parade. I just want to explain you how it works. So the main military parade is happening in Moscow, Red Square, obviously. This time it was cut a little bit, no vehicles, nothing. No cadets, by the way, presented. They also have smaller parades in other cities of Russia, like oblast centers or bigger cities. This year also mainly it was cancelled in multiple of the Russian regions, especially bordering Ukraine on occupied territories. And they have a separate thing, it's called Immortal Regiment. An Immortal Regiment. Yeah, and it's like Immortal Joe, where people carrying their allegedly fallen relatives who were soldiers during the Second World War. But it has never been like that. It was not a tradition before. It was implemented just before the war with Ukraine. I think from 2012, Putin started this Immortal Regiment. And sometimes they carry just random people. If they don't have relatives who fallen, if they don't have photographs, they carry random people. And this lady, she was carrying her whatever, maybe grandpa or pa from the Second World War, I think grandpa after all. And this is her son from 2025, and this is the new image. Thanks for following, G2 Hanger. And this is a new image. It's like Inception, you know. She is carrying a portrait of a guy, of her son, who is carrying a portrait of a fallen. So he's fallen carrying the portrait of the fallen relative. So it's like mirror in a mirror. Inception, as I told you. Allegedly, he was born on February the 7th, 1999, and died somewhere in December the last year. Kind of fresh guy. So he And I don't know whether it's truth or not. Like whether it's for like the video itself or this image, not video, but this photo. It doesn't look like a Photoshop, like this grain. It's possible from the camera. So I have the question. But maybe this placard is Photoshop, and we see that the exact date is not visible. It was marked, yeah, censored. But lots of the channels, they say that it's the real photo. Could it be like that? Maybe. So this guy decided to join the Russian army or what? And the same jacket, same, like different pose. Yeah, different pose. So it's not a copy-paste image. So it's something different. I see background of his. Yeah, it's like that. Immortal regiment. After all, it's immortal, I think. Hello, Merix. Self-address. Next year, she'll drive her white Lada in the parade. Yeah, I think. Last death. Did prisoner exchange happen or did Putin cancel it? From the latest information, no one canceled that. Putin yesterday said that Ukraine is not ready for exchange. Today, President Zelensky said that Ukraine is ready for exchange. So yeah, it's like that. So far, it hasn't happened. I hope it will happen tomorrow. I just hope about it. Oh shit, what the fuck? What the fuck? This is Germany. This is guys, oh, we have a super chat immediately. Spangled. Why do you think that Putin doesn't have body doubles? Because there is no proof and just rumors, like nothing that might show that he has body doubles. People show some of the random photos of his from different perspective, different lighting, and that is the only proof, as they say, that he has body doubles. But I can make me look different on different cameras with different lighting, different perspective. So it doesn't mean that he has body doubles. So I don't believe in that. There is no particular evidence that would tell me. We have one more super chat. Pasha, слава Україні. Pasha, greetings. Навіть якщо не віриш в Бога, дай Боже тобі здоров'я, слава ЗСУ, хочу підтримати твій канал, слава Україні. Я сам родом з Івано-Франківської області, місто Надрівна. Дякую тобі, Дениско. Паша, дуже тобі дякую. Дякую за коменти, за підтримку канала. А де ти тут є? Окей, цей комент. Дуже дякую. Я намагався вірити в Бога. Я не кажу, що його нема. Не кажу, що нема. Він, може, є. Я просто так відношусь до релігії у цілому. Але Бог, може, є. Тож, навіть я даю більше варіантів, більше як вірогідності, що він є. Да. Тож, дякую тобі за підтримку і дякую, Паша. Івано-Франківськ – фантастичне місто. Я був там раз. Шикарно. Yeah, I just spoke some of the Ukrainian with Pasha. Thank you, Pasha, for your kind support. All right. This is Germany. This is Germany. May the 9th. Yeah, some people in Europe, they celebrated this parade or something. We just spoke about religion with Pasha. I say that I do not believe like in churches. Like I just try, to believe some of the church, but I'm not saying that there is no God. And I even give more probability that there is the God than there is no God. Like for me, I just cannot find a religion which I would trust. But it seems like this woman found the proper religion to trust. Oh, shit.
Победа. Господь Бог с нами.
She said, "Victory, God with us." Shonen, huh?
Schönen guten Tag. Was bedeutet für Sie heute der Tag, hier zu sein?
Er ist für alle, das ist ein Siegertag.
Yeah, but the actual fuck. This is good. I should film about it in my next video. Like,
Ура! Победа! Господь Бог с нами!
Schönen guten Tag. Was bedeutet für Sie heute der Tag, hier zu sein?
Er ist für alle, das ist ein Siegertag.
this is diagnosis. This is even worse than Donald Trump's evangelist cult. This is cult of death, like real death. Yeah. If Donald Trump supporters like this MAGA, okay, Trump, our leader, Trump, whatever he does, but Trump is not killing people that massively. Yeah, he done already several of the war crimes, but still he is far to reach Putin's score as for the life losses. He is not bombing like massively those buildings as, for example, Israel does right now or Russia. So he is not fully war criminal. He haven't passed this red line yet. Well, I think he is still war criminal, but bombing the school, for example, in Iran after it was bombed. So yeah, he is still like a war criminal, but not as bloody as Putin yet. But he promises to cancel or demolish. What he promised to demolish Iranian, not people, but what word he used for that? Civilization. Civilization. Yeah. He promised to demolish civilization of Iran. He promised that, completely obliterate them. But Putin is doing it, and those people who praise Putin like that, like for sure he likes Putin more than anything. And Russian peace more than anything in her life, including her relatives. If her son would tell her, it's better not to support Putin, he's a bad guy, could be corrupt, she would still support Putin, but not her son. I believe that she would do it. I'm sure about it. Thanks for all you do, Dan Slav Ukraine. Thank you, CS Gunnar. Thank you so much. Thank you for the channel support. You're awesome. Thank you so much for continue watching and for super chat. You're great. Yes, she is unhinged, and there are many people like that. So this Putin's cult is the bloodiest out there, the bloodiest. As some people say, like he killed a bunch of people in the United States by trashing COVID vaccines and real treatment. Over 1 million, just saying. You see, like people they know more, especially those who live in the United States, because, well, actually, I didn't like also reaction of Ukraine on COVID, on COVID. But this is, I don't have like, well, the only thing I may comment that this is the bloody cult. It is not even close to MAGA. MAGA is just, for now, they're not bloody that much. They're just cringe, putting all those statues and etc., golden statues of Trump and praising him elsewhere. But this is the real war, and they support killing. And they put a religion there, you see? God. It's like how it is in one head. What is happening there? It's even worse than Donnie's diagnosis. So yeah, this is unhinged, and people in the comments there. Shotuska, yeah, what can you say there? Yeah, she cannot be changed. She will like die like that. She will be buried with those thoughts, alive. What the hell is this? This is some sort of the operation. Okay. Before watching this video, I will pump out it on a bigger screen. Just wait, I need to read the context. Ukraine's 21st Mechanized Brigade say the drone helped two captured Ukrainian soldiers in the northern Slobozhanskaya axis. This is Kharkivskaya Oblast. During the operation, Russian troops fled after UAV appeared and abandoned Ukrainian POVs. The Ukrainian soldiers then merged to return to their units. So the group was spotted there. Kvitin, so it's April 2026. After Russian assault, 2 of our warriors were imprisoned. You see those 2 Ukrainian soldiers, yeah. They surrendered. They were in dugout and they decided to surrender. I'll switch off the music to avoid... no.
Мы как раз ночью отлетали.
This is the guy. Maybe he's... I will listen the context.
Утро нас подняли, сказали, что тревога, взяли наши в плен.
He's the drone operator. He's the drone operator of the Baba Yaga drone, which is also called Vampire. And they were called early morning. They were told that 2 of our guys were imprisoned by Russia and they have to operate.
И соседняя бригада просит у нас помощь.
Yeah, the nearby brigade asked us for help.
Команда поступила, надо вилітати немедленно, срочно. Самі должны вдвоєм успіти добігти до взльотки.
This is the commander of the group. He said that we have received the order for the mission task. So we had to go to takeoff spot and launch the drones. The way was not close.
Тут не близько, можна сказати, по такій місцевості.
Yeah, it was difficult to reach the position. So they have to take this very heavy drone and reach some of the position to launch it from that spot. So it's not like from their military branch they're launching those drones. No, they still have to cross some of the distance, pass some of the distance.
Ну, все, вложилися бігом.
В течение 7 минут мы быстро зарядились уже.
They needed just 7 minutes for reloading and fly to the point. Maybe they put the batteries all together. Reloading means getting ready for takeoff.
Взлетели, подлетели на точку, и там была неразбериха.
They went to the point and they didn't. They were not capable to identify where are Russians and Ukrainian soldiers. So it was difficult to know who is who there in the thermal camera.
І наші, і їхні.
Да, в той день працював штурманом. Диспетчер сказав нам полетіти.
Sturman, it means navigator. Yeah, so navigator of this drone. Well, it's like a big drone actually. Vampire or Baba Yaga. So they need operator. They need the guy who controls the flight path. Sorry, not flight path, but navigation. Yeah, so this guy is Sturman, Balta call sign. So he is a navigator who would carry the drone operator on the way. So this is the sophisticated task actually.
Бо там нас взяли 2 пленних наших. Та вони там стояли возле дерева, 2 наших.
Our guys were near the tree.
Ну так вроді по мавіку казали, що у них були руки зв'язані.
And the only thing, the only way how to define them was if their hands are being tightened.
Когда они услышали вампир, была такая суматоха, что они забыли про наших пленных.
The Russians heard vampire drones coming. They forgot about Ukrainian prisoners of war and probably decided to retreat.
Начали просто текать.
Yeah, decided to retreat.
По деревьями. В течение минут 5 они разобрались, где наши, где их не находятся, и дали нам команду. Мы скинули на одного.
So there was a surveillance drone also, together with this vampire Baba Yaga drone, that was flying there, just spotting out the differences between those soldiers. And they coordinated vampire drone to hit precisely Russians. So they spent around 5 minutes to find out who is who, and they gave the description for the drone operator of Vampire to use mortars on what particular group.
Там сразу буквально ничего от него не осталось. А второй просто начал текать. Мы его догнали.
І оце почався вискид.
So one Russian was eliminated right away, and the second one was chased by them and kaputted.
Піші, вони втекли. Ну, москалі
Probably I cannot show you those videos. Yeah. So the result is the result. Yeah, the result is like kaput of Russians, and the Ukrainians, they stayed at one side and Russians started to run and they were kaputted. Very interesting operation. And Russians, they did afraid of those drones. Oh, we have some of the map update. Probably it was before, and Ukraine actually moved a little. Where is it happening? This is Kharkiv Oblast, I think. Yeah, Kharkiv Oblast, near Grafske. Yeah, near Vovchansk here, Vovchansk, the big town, relatively big. And here Ukraine goes on counterattack. Our group of the soldiers was spotted near Staritsa. That's good. But Russians also gained some of the ground. So here we have Kramatorsk, actually, Kramatorsk-Slavyansk, the area where Russia tries to get more ground. Also Privilia and Durovka or Durova. Yeah, but still there, like Ukrainian advancement is very slow, you see, and Russian advancement is very slow. And this is Grisha now. Russians, after all, sent more troops to here and took few fields. Yeah. Before Ukrainian brigade, what was the name of it? 425th, yeah. 425th, they tried to counterattack in Grisha. There were losses, unfortunately. But it stopped Russian assault for some time. Partially, this road was cut by Ukrainian offensive, and there was the gap for around 1 month, I think, that Russians were not capable to boost this direction. But now they send more forces here. The idea for Russia is now to penetrate Ukrainian defense in Pokrovsk, but there are 4 of the defense lines, and they haven't reached even the first one. So I don't think what they think, but it's kind of strange what they're doing after all. I don't know why no notification, totally insane. I heard Dennis say live stream and no notification again. I don't know. Oh, says Gunnar, thank you so much for the membership gifts. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. That's a lot. Thank you so much for the channel support, and guys, thank you in general, yeah, for your kind support. Fart on spaghetti noodles and stuff, then in your butthole and feed them. Man. What, Pope? Huh? The head of the Latvian ministry, defense ministry, resigned after Ukrainian drones accidentally went to the country. And they were not shut down. So accidentally Ukrainian drones went to Latvian airspace. They were not shut down by Latvia, and Minister of Latvian Defense resigned. Spangled E2D, thank you for membership gifts. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything, for support. All right, what Russians tell about? It's very interesting to check out Russian. Ooh, their Russian maps. They're showing that Ukraine is attacking. Huh? How? Why? This is Konstantinivka direction, and they're not showing any red arrows here. And this area, you see this rectangular, it's barely visible here, this one. Yeah, this is the zoomed in image here. So railway station here. And there's the Ukrainian counterattack almost to that part of the river. Maybe Ukraine is doing the job mostly with the drones here. I know that there is the Ukrainian infantry presented in the city, but come on, they're not putting any sort of the red arrows. Maybe because it's the ceasefire. I forgot, it's the ceasefire. So they cannot publish red arrows. It doesn't mean that they're not attacking. It means that they cannot publish red arrows. And they're saying that Ukraine is violating the ceasefire, right? Yeah, of course. They say like enemy is launching massive drone attack on the rear positions of Russia, but Russia is not doing a thing, yeah. So of course they will tell like, but come on, red arrows, Russians, you are violating ceasefire. Novopavlovka, the same. It's like Malaya Tekmachka and again Novopavlovka. But Russians are actually not that close to Novopavlovka. You see, they put this red zone here, but in fact, they are not capable even to reach Dachne. So they're somewhere across this river and then advance through this gray zone. They have so many attempts to reach Novopavlovka, but every time they fail. This is Donetsk direction. Yep, it was chemical warfare or bunch of spoiled. Big Macs, bunch of spoiled Big Macs. Yeah, that would be interesting. Russians violating ceasefire. No, yay. That's the map. Like this map they show, and Ukrainian attack they show, and this is the general map. Like something is happening. Ooh, wow! And just a short comment for today from Rybar channel. This is the Russian. A Russian channel affiliated with the Russian Defense Ministry. And this is what? This is the FPV drone of Hezbollah, Lebanon Hezbollah, and it hit, I guess, Humvee vehicle. I think that's the Humvee, right? So it's stuck in this net. It didn't kaboom. And Israel continued to establish drone protection, anti-drone protection on their vehicles. And as we see, it successfully works even sometimes. They called the drone as the fish. Actually, they were lucky that the drone didn't explode. And for this, vehicle, like, which is open, if drone even explodes in a net, it will, of course, harm people inside. So it's not like enough drone protection. $2:20 already, 2 hours, 20 minutes, guys. But it's okay. I need to check out the stream activity. Oh, activity is good. 800 people. It's great. And we have also some of the channels. I think like every Sunday, maybe from Saturday to Sunday. I think it's the perfect time, like late stream, Saturday, Sunday, or maybe people are busy with their own stuff on Saturday. Maybe they will not, like, what's the perfect day for streaming? Like once a week. Maybe I'll try to do it. Once a week streams. What do you think about it? On the main channel. On the secondary channel, I stream every day, but on the main channel, like once in a week, it would be nice. Hi, Aventadors. Yeah, Richard, I also agree with your comment that Trump no longer backs Ukraine. He has Vladimir Putin's back. Now their good buddies is going to save Russia. I don't think he doesn't have Vladimir's back. Vladimir cannot help Putin. I'm sure about it with anything. But Donald Trump may think he might help with something, especially with $12 trillion that could work for Don and his team. So, but I agree that he plays in favor of Russia now. Dennis, this channel community would love that. Yeah, I also think Aussie, it's like that. Like it's the way for me to communicate with people also. Yeah, those streams. Just wonder what time is better. So Monday, tomorrow live. So maybe Saturday is better, right, for the streams, because on Sunday, like, no people go to work, but on Saturday people may do their own stuff. It's also, why would they put attention on the channel if they have their family things to do? It's also a question. But I think we'll try next time Saturday, yeah, Saturday. Because now it's kind of late for European time, and tomorrow is working day, so Europeans, they already sleeping mainly. Greetings to Iceland, Rico. Saturday or Friday is the best, maybe. Yeah, or Friday. Well, Friday is like fun day for many people. So, yeah, Saturday or Friday, yeah, something like that. Come on, Lugan. I am not the only honest person. Come on. But thank you for watching. Greetings to Canada. Yeah, Ozzy, I would like also to be retired one day. I hope Trump will retire faster than me. What we have here about Iran, returning back to Iranian topic. Iran walked into nuclear talks and handed the United States a list of demands that reads like a victory speech. Iran says it would be a huge mistake to resume hostiles. Keep the nukes, keep the stockpiles, keep the strait. The United States rejected everything.
It would be a big mistake. Take a listen.
Today as well, we warn the enemy that if they once again commit aggression and once again fall into a miscalculation, just as they did in the past, and are now in fact paying the price for those past mistakes and bearing the consequences.
Iran's president also shared a short statement on social media saying in part, "We will never bow our heads before the enemy, and if talk of dialogue or negotiation arises, it does not mean surrender or retreat." By the way, Iran is also warning any vessels from countries that comply with U.S. sanctions will face difficulties crossing the Strait of Hormuz. But meantime, U.S. continuing its stronghold, its blockade over the strait. And as you mentioned, the U.S. Central Command has so far redirected more than 60 ships and disabled 4 others. So we'll wait and see. But the initial response to what we've heard from Iran, not exactly positive from the Trump administration. Tommy, back to you.
Ashley Webster in Tel Aviv, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's not that funny. It's not that funny. Like, it's the dead end. No one knows what to do. More kabooms are coming. Yeah, it seems like. It seems like, guys, more kabooms are coming, and there is no any sort of the ground on any sort of the peace agreement. What Trump tweets in his Truth Social is nothing burger, absolutely. Like, there is no even a point, I guess, of some of the negotiation. Let's, by the way, check out the Trump's Truth Social. Magnificent ballroom under construction and ahead of the schedule at the White House, President Trump. He is all into his ballroom. He's not here. He's not with us. I told you about those clusters here in his mind, in his head. The biggest cluster there, the biggest thought for this worm in his head is the ballroom. Ballroom, 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 ballroom. After assassination, ballroom. Everything, ballroom. It's all about ballroom. Maybe he needed ballroom. Give him ballroom. Maybe he'll finally find the peace and perish away. His soul is out there. It is on our cursed land until it reaches ballroom, you know? That's why he will never die. He never dies until he gets his ballroom. Yeah, something like that. He's like this gene. Oh, fuck. You could listen to Fox News all day long. Thank you for proposal, Donny, but I'll stay a little bit aside of the Fox News. Abstain of listening to them, let's say, okay? Absolutely worried, but then you hear Sizzlebags. What? Sizzlebags. What is that? Sizzlebags, like Congressman who Rohanna, a wolf in the sheep clothing, lie. He didn't like some of the broadcasts on the Fox News. Without any pushback or competent rebuttal from the anchor. In this case, Yaki Henry, the entire common sense dialogue that has been going all day in the Fox is completely obliterated. Okay. So one program ruined the entire Fox News. Okay. Why would Fox put scam like this on? And others such as low rated. It tells that he watches Fox News. And Fox News, they're doing one important job, which they failed today. Kissing Donny's orange ass. Smearing his farts. That's all. They failed once, Donald Trump saw it, and he went all against those. Melted down completely. Yeah. What about Iran, Donny? Any money paid to the United States does not have to be paid back. This is a fraud, Donny. This is theft. That sentence, if added by Supreme Court to its highly disputed tariff decision, would have saved America. Okay. So the Supreme Court didn't allow you to be a theft. Okay. The radical left Democrats. Why Democrats? It's from Russian Duma or what? Must fail. Our country is at stake. Not country, but you personally, Donny, yeah? Everything will be all right with the country. Kurdish leader Trump is master of a deal. Can land major deal to end Iran war. Yeah, we see this master of the deal. And the deal... Sig-bag radical left congressman from the failed state of California. California is the failed state, you see. The biggest economy of the United States from all of the states, and now it's the failed state, California. Rohana should not be allowed on the Fox News unless you have... again, he melts down. He said 2 times like... 2 times the same. Palestinian Chakshur. He needs to put, like, someone needs to put his account on parental control, really. Says Gunnar, again you are. Thank you so much for the support. Let's read that one. I want to visit Ukraine after the war. I am American, United States, but will say I'm Canadian if asked. Trump is beyond an embarrassment. I don't recognize it here anymore. I'm sure, I'm still positive. I'm positive about the United States, says Gunnar. I think that it's the last drop of this bullshit, and people will understand after all in next elections. I hope they have this, vaccine of not electing populists. Yeah, I just hope. But thank you again, says Gunnar, for the channel support. Want to visit Ukraine? Yeah, fantastic place. There are good places actually in Ukraine. Not so good places as well, but most of the places they're good. I like nature as a guy, so I recommend to visit Carpathians if you're really into architecture. Yeah, just old cities like Lviv and I like also Kharkiv, by the way. It was bombed, but still there are some of the old buildings survived, and Kiev, some of the places, not all of the Kiev. Yeah, it's good. Ukraine is good. So thank you again, says Gunnar. So Trump's True Social is crazy, yeah? Iran and knows to regenerate. He tweets some of the shit. Pope and Ruby meets Pope. That's it. He just retweeted it. And yeah, yesterday's slope with UFC fights and Iranian ships. I was like, how to even comment that shit? But it is happening. It is happening out there. On your station should bring real news as they are. Yeah, Bergen, I agree with your comment. Absolutely. Thanks for telling. And then the whole True Social can be taken as entirely crazy. You think the whole? I just read Trump's account. I'm not sure about other accounts there, and I honestly do not really care about accounts. But I read just Donny for his statements because it's the most important thing. As for me, those tweets they're not reflect reality and what is actually happening, but at least they give me some of the information to comment and what is happening in those that head full of worms. The head is full of worms. You see what Russians are doing with their ships? Like, find the difference. What is not like standard here? What do you think? What is not standard? Here in this boat, do you see some unusual stuff happening? Warm? Yeah, warm. Yeah, we have some of the delay, I guess, on YouTube. Latency is standard. Russia has ships. Yeah, those Coast Guard boats. Yeah, still they have ships. Yeah. Heaviest in Trump gold statue, maybe. I filmed a video about it. Visit my guys. Visit my Captain Dennis channel. That's the YouTube channel. You may just put in a search and you'll find it. I filmed about it. I filmed about the golden statue. Nets, yeah. They have a drone protection now. They have a drone protection on their vessels. Jeez. You see? You see? There's the drone protection now. They use a freaking drone protection on their ships. Russian patrol boats are now equipped with the barbecue grills, nets against drones. Will it help? I don't think so. Could it help? Well, maybe in some of the occasions, but knowing the drones Ukraine is firing there, those are not FPVs, those are FP1s and FP2s. They're freaking big, so even the big protection, like robust protection on Russian oil storages, it didn't help Russia. Those drones, they penetrate everything. They have like significant payload and they weigh a lot. So it will not help. Ukraine drones living in their heads for free. Plus they can hit the water line, just hit the water line. It's complicated still, but I guess that should be like that. It's like very, very narrow place if you want to hit near the waterline. It's the great risk to lose the drone. So I haven't seen actually those videos where our guys hit near the waterline. Drone boats, yes, of course, but aerial drones, complicated. Still, I think there is some latency of the signal. like today in a stream. Guys, what about thumbnails? Are they good? Like, I make them with partial use of AI, but this image is real. This image is partially real. It was different meaning, like different expression of Putin, Trump, who cares? Well, I think it's like trolling. Yeah, I'm gonna smash Ukraine. Mr. Zelensky, stop. He called Mr. Zelensky. Then before he called Zelensky drug addict. I told in today's video, like, this narco guy. And now Mr. Zelensky. I'm ready to meet with Mr. Zelensky. So is it good? I mean, this kind of the thumbnail, or should I return like fully manual? Because a fully manual I can show you if I haven't. I think I deleted it. If not, I'm gonna show you. Maybe it is left in my ChatGPT. Like, this is what I put myself. Like, I just created just real screenshots. Yeah, I put everything in Photoshop, and I told to ChatGPT what it should do. Oh, sorry. Just thumbnail. The idea is like to create like a speech bubble and everything, and here we have like what it did. So basically enhanced. It looks like it's made on Photoshop, but I'm not sure. Like, it's in a way better, more entertaining, I think, yeah, than the old. Like, it is just an example. Looks good. I don't click on vids if I see AI thumbnail. Yeah, me either, but it doesn't look like AI. Is it AI made? Does it look like AI made? Because I think I like the thumbnails, but the try out, it's like Jake Bro. He also does text balloons. Totally not. Well, sometimes I also use text balloons just for fun, for jokes. That one is more interesting, yeah. And it's more professionally done compared to, like, how to close it. Yeah, that's what I put, and basically it enhanced, yeah, it enhanced the guy. So it's my image, and here we have the image that was like the new generation engine of ChatGPT really works well. Before it created crazy faces, but now it just enhances, like changes the balance, sharpness, and yeah, and some of the mimics. So I think it's good. It doesn't look like AI made. If you present, like, you should work for it not to be AI made. Then so you could put a picture of shit, and I would still click Instagram and thank you for idea. Putin. Yeah, we can put Poo and T. No, we can put Putin. Sure is who is Vova from Dynasty? Dvora from Dynasty? I don't know. But I like then like thumbnails a little bit enhanced, you know. They look like good made thumbnails by some of the artists, let's say. But I don't want to cooperate with artists, so I use ChatGPT because I myself do this work. I have this idea in my head and I do it very fast, yeah. So I put the pictures as I want, I explain, and immediately I have the result. So it's a good feature. And almost all the time ChatGPT nails it. Almost all the time. Mark, there did you go? What? I love what AI could do for humanity, but not what it likely will do. That's the philosophical question. I think your thumbnails are great. They give a really good understanding of the kind of content you're about to watch. Well, usually it's like my face and some of the random screenshots about the events happening in the video. Not significant. Before it was about maps mostly. Sometimes I also put maps right now, but not always. By the way, maps are, I have more clicks on the maps. Stephenson. But sometimes the thumbnails, they really look AI made. Like the thumbnail for the stream, I didn't like it, but anyways. What is this? Trump actually accusing the United States Army of stealing gold from Fort Knox. Have someone done the revision? No, Hulk, your thumbnails are okay. Have someone done a revision of the Fort Knox? Is there gold, actually? Have someone went there?
What happened to the audit of Fort Knox?
Audit, yeah. What happened to the audit of the Fort Knox? We need audit. How much gold is there? Maybe you spend all of the gold for yourself. You like gold, yeah? Look at this look. He knows something. He knows something.
Which one?
Especially with those lips. Maybe we shouldn't go with the audit at the Fort Knox. Fort Knox hasn't been audited in a while, yeah.
Which one are you talking about?
There was.
Which one? No. Fort Knox? Everybody knows about Fort Knox. Everyone. Especially the president should know about. But which one? I don't know. No.
I think when you first got into office, you and Elon Musk talked about auditing
Well,
the
we
gold
wanted
to make
to go
sure it's
knock
there.
on the door, Fort Knox, very thick door,
Yeah, I remember that shit.
and to see whether or not we have any gold in there. Because
We knocked the door, we went there, we saw the gold, and now there is nothing. We audited the gold. Is it like that? Oh, shit.
we'll take a look at it. It's a very interesting question. Yeah, we played with that.
They played with that just for their election campaign. Nothing more, nothing less, and it's now understandable.
I wonder if they left the gold in Fort Knox because they steal a lot.
No need to really do
They steal a lot. Not us, guys. It's someone.
that, though.
Well, I don't know. I think it's. I do want to go to Fort Knox sometime. I want to see it.
I want to go, but it's too far. I need to cross so many defense lines, oceans, seas. It's a very dangerous ride there.
If the gold is there, which I'm sure it will be.
Which I'm sure will be. Like what? They need... I know, yeah, you're right. This nickname, Bowdy Camera, yeah, Bowdy. Smug the dragon sitting on his goal. It's like, he thinks like it's Middle Ages fairy tale. Fort Knox, there is the dragon that protects everything. I want to go there. I really want to go, but there is the dragon. There's the dragon. It will eat me. So yeah. Make Me Wish Foundation can bring baby Donnie to... Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Yeah, that was interesting. You said you're gonna go there, but no. Atkinson, what happened to the audit of the Fort Knox Trump? Which one you're talking about? Atkinson, you and Elon Musk talk about auditing the gold. Trump actually accusing the United States Army of stealing the gold. What? He didn't say army, I think. But what do people say? Gold stolen from the poor nations. What? What is this? Is it a real image? Trump Fort Knox audit plan. We just want to knock and see if there is any gold there. Not falling for that again. Don't open the door. Don't answer questions. Pretend the gold is invisible prey. Fort Knox has been looted. So has the Treasury Department. We don't need gold. Then we have the Trump gold card. There was an information about it. About how many of the gold cards were sold. And Lutnick, he leaked this information. By the way, he exposed his own previous lies, saying that United States earning billions on selling those gold cards. Well, he said actually one person was capable to go through the selection process to obtain the gold card. One person. It was freaking everywhere, this gold card with the Trump's face. Gold card, gold card, gold card. It dropped from freaking $5 million to $1 million, and still they sold only one. Well, at the same time, Lutnick says that there is the row of people, there is the queue. They all want to obtain gold cards. But, we have the selection process, and it's not that easy. Yeah, even with $1 million green raccoons, dead raccoons in the pocket, you are not being guaranteed to get this fantastic, beautiful face in your wallet, calling gold card. How's the Trump phone? I already mentioned the Trump phone in the stream, and it's doing terribly bad. Well, Trump is going to meet Xi Jinping the day after tomorrow, so we'll see. Maybe he will ask, after all, Xi Jinping to send him some of the China-made Xiaomi phones or Oppo phones or something like that, so he may say, oh, this is the Trump phone. But he'll still have to pay for it as American-made. Yep, it's like that. So is there the gold in the Fort Knox? I don't think so any longer. Oh, we have some news from the Central Command. United States Central Command has published photos of United States Marines from the embarked 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit, MEU, conducting helicopter insertion training from United States Navy Seahawk, S is Seahawk, into the United States Tripoli on May. And Tripoli is the landing ship, big landing ship. Here we have a couple of the images. Yeah, really nice heli, really good heli. I like it, the way it looks, and I think it's one of the best looking transport helicopters ever. Way better than Mi-8, Russian one. Yeah, that one is a cow, and this one is so nimble. I really like it. This has been debunked and repeatedly fact-checked. Trump falsely claims almost all new jobs under Biden have gone to illegal aliens. Yeah, of course, this shit he says. Central Command again, so everything is the same. Okay, I want to check our Ukrainian news for a while. Okay, context before we watch the video. Yesterday in Vancouver, Canada, a Russian punched a Ukrainian lady in the face but quickly regretted. Then Canadian-Ukrainian supporter with the 3rd Assault Brigade patch on the body slammed him into the ground. Russians are always picking the weaker enemies. It's all they known for.
Russia is a terrorist state! Russia is a terrorist state!
Super slam! Super slam! Sleep, come on, go sleep. It's good that he's not releasing the guy. It's kind of loud here, I see on the audio. No, he needs to sleep first and then let him go. That's the fair fight. Nice one. You see, he really hits her. She was not touching, and he kicked her. Yeah, you see, and even the glasses. And this guy is smiling. Then he realized, and here you go. Sleep. Nice one. Super slam. Sadly, there was police around. Police was around. Yeah. Don't release until you hear a loud snap. Greetings to Zaporizhia, our boss. How is Zaporizhia now? We have guys from Ukraine, from Zaporizhia. It's all because of the Biden. Yeah. Oh, more pictures from May Parade. This is in Europe. Europe. All videos from Europe. Many of those pricks out there. Probably gonna switch off the music because even for those national musics, sometimes there are copyrights. Polizei, so it's Germany, yeah. Germany or Austria. That's Zurich. That's Switzerland, right? In Switzerland, there are not many of those pricks. Still, many people there they like to praise terrorist state, praising killing other people, imperialists. Why do they live in Europe then? Wieden, so it's Vienna. Köln, many of those breaks. Yeah, this is stupid. I saw today's report from the Russian propaganda channels, and they actually praised that police wasn't that active this year. So previous years they were like really harsh towards those pro-Russian things, but now they allowed it to happen. So they like positively reacted. They say, "Oh, this is the wind of changes. We're allowed to bring our shit there." Frankfurt in Maine. Frankfurt, yeah, lots of the people. They should go back to Russia. And actually, Europe but it gives more visas to Russians than the last year. This is crazy. I don't understand it. Europe is still sleeping. It doesn't understand the threat. All of the Russian passports should be banned. All of them. Not only ships, Russia put the drone protection on the ships, but they also put more of the air defense. This is the Kerch Bridge, the star of it. And they put Panzer S1 system there at the start. Nice. Thomas, I disagree. I don't think that people should have the right to stand for terrorists. It's like I stand for Al Qaeda and let's march in New York at 9/11. Yeah, at 11th of September. Let's go. The same with Russia, absolutely. Even on a bigger scale, because they kill more people and devastate more, like building cities. Dennis, did you say something about Transnistria being wiped clean by Moldova? No, what is happening there? I haven't checked out the news about Transnistria. Moldova got them hostage, maybe. Air defense activity in northern Tehran, Iran. Air defense. Well, yesterday it was a report about air defense activity, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's go for the comments, and after it, I'm gonna finish everything. Russians invading other countries without weapons. Yeah, ideologically, they invade other countries. Ideologically, they use their Russian world as some alternative to gay Europa. So yeah, they think, or they try to pose themselves as the leader of those conservative values. Somehow it works. Yeah, they convince lots of the people. Then in fact, it's not like that. Transnistria and getting gas. I see. They're and getting gas. Okay. Is Moldova planning to take back Transnistria? Anakin, I haven't seen those news. Haven't heard about it. Yeah, Transnistria is the part of Moldova. Yeah. And then did you saw Hungarian health minister dance? Yeah, I saw, but it's just one more cringe. Abkhazia and South Ossetia returned to Georgia? I think so. Transnistria does not exist. Yeah, it's an unrecognized state. Yeah, it's like that. Russia to invade Europe to protect Russian speakers. They might start it as an excuse for the limited special operation in Baltics. Kaliningrad, I don't think it will be attacked, honestly. Even in the case of aggression. Conservatives are people desperate to have power. That's why they are so gullible and don't care whether the source of their power is Putin. Well, maybe, yeah. Then it's getting a ban. I can ban and get people back, yes. How to get people back? I'm not sure. I don't know how to do it. I will dance after midterms, then Trump is stopped by Congress. I don't think that Congress is capable to stop Trump. If Democrats win the majority in Senate, which is, I wouldn't say that possible, really, Only that is how they may impeach Trump or stop from something. It's gonna get difficult for Trump, but not that much. That would be a really, really special military operation. Yeah, indeed. Ukraine should liberate Abkhazia. It's far away. Are Ukraine going to take Mariupol back? Drone flying there. Yeah, lots of the drones. They disturb logistics for Russia. That's the only thing Ukraine is capable to do at this distance so far. But in the future, of course, it will liberate all of the territories after Russian regime collapse. We support referendum in Kaliningrad. They voted to be checked again. Yeah, hopefully. Trump is going to mess with everything. He has ants in his pants. He has worm in his brain, yeah. Ants in his pants, worm in his brain. Then Dems are going to take back both House and Senate. It's going to be blue wave election, my friend, just watch us. Well, we'll see, yeah. I trust you. Thanks for your job, waiting every episode you make. Thank you so much for watching. Werewolf. As is the period, would Ukraine accept the end of the war without getting the territories back or liberate everything? Ukraine accepts the ceasefire. The ceasefire without recognition of occupation of the territories. It was proposal of Ukraine. That's it. To finish this war, not the war, but ceasefire without final end of the war, but with a ceasefire agreement. That is what, for example, South and North Korea have. Dennis, do you think Zelensky, what do you think of Zelensky? I'm personally Iranian, I like him because he talked about protests, massacre, and stood up for Iranian protesters. I don't like Zelensky. Well, there is some of the stuff that he does okay, but in general, I don't like him. I already told many times why, but it's my attitude to him. Would you say you prefer Poroshenko? Not really. In the previous elections, I would prefer Poroshenko, but Poroshenko is the similar stuff. Have you heard anything about life in Mariupol, the civilians recently? Not too much. The last time I heard is from the sources saying that they're complaining that they have to take hypothec to take their flats back because it's like a new house. Russia puts, even if they refurbish the partially damaged buildings, or damaged buildings, yeah, but they were capable to restore those. They ask people to take mortgage or hypothec to get their flats. That's crazy. Those people who stay there. Dennis has never liked Zelensky, he's honest, yeah. But still, I'm against elections right now. Would you rather have Trump? No, of course not. Will you say worked closer on the drone defense technology after drone's failure and slow, costly maneuvers in Iran operation? Well, I think there is some job is happening between the United States and Ukraine, and yeah, I think there is the cooperation ongoing, but it should have been done before than Ukraine proposed. Even if Zelensky is corrupt, that is pretty much standard for most politicians. We can't expect our politicians to be honest. The best we can hope for is that they are effective. There is the level in NSG, there is the level of corruption, and in Ukraine it's crazy. And if Zelensky is really guilty of corruption, he should resign, because Ukraine is not an average country. Ukraine is at war, and the corruption costs not just the absence of the money in the budget, but it costs the lives of Ukrainian soldiers. And I don't like him not just because of the corruption. There are lots of the things I don't like him. Yeah, I also prefer more Zelensky than orange taco shit. Because he's really unhinged. He's really like, you cannot compare Zelensky with Donny, of course. There is the logic, at least in Zelensky. This, like the rest of us around the war, we don't love our leaders. We judge them on their actions. It's not the personal context that's a thing. Yeah. I do not associate myself with any sort of the leaders, politicians, or something. It's not the cult for me. Well, I will again tell everyone like why I don't like Zelensky, because Ukraine was not prepared for the war. Was not. Then Zelensky and his government obtained all of the signals that the war is going to happen. Ukrainian, let's say, patriotic community and those guys who fought already on the east, they were calling, they were begging for reinforcements, but nothing was done, absolutely. Moreover, some places like in one way in Crimea was demined, one. And just heroic action of one other guy, he blown up himself with a bridge in Crimea. Russians were not going that fast as they planned, so Kherson was occupied without any fight. Like entire south was occupied without the fight. And now, next in 2023, Ukraine had to conduct really bloody, actually failed attempt to regain territories. Really bloody one. Was like there were so many mistakes, but the first one was that Ukraine, even despite those calls from intelligence services, from USA, from everyone, like oh, shashliki, so barbecue, we're gonna cook the barbecue in May. Oh, war happened. He didn't believe that it is possible, and he's the president. He has a responsibility for our entire country, so you should do it. If you obtain the signals, you should do it, especially if you have those signals from intelligence services outside and from internal calls from patriot community, from soldiers themselves. I would say, like, I don't like Zaluzhny either now, because I see that he went kind of unhinged. But at the beginning of war, it was Zaluzhny who called to deploy some of the troops in Kiev region. Without him, it would be very difficult for Ukraine to defend that area. But south was occupied very fast. And if it was not for Azov soldiers in Mariupol, Azovstal defenders, Ukraine would have lost like lots of the territories. And now we'll have those maps with Dnipro, Kharkiv, So it's not Zelensky who saved Ukraine, but it's Ukrainian soldiers. Zelensky was not ready at all, freaking all. So I cannot forgive that, of course, and especially then he is involved now. Mindic scandal, this Midas operation that was uncovered by Ukrainian Anti-Corruption Bureau, all of the shit that went and saw the light. So I don't trust Zelensky. What he does something good sometimes, like for example, going and asking Europeans for support of Ukraine and so on. It didn't work with Trump, but anyways. And he is still not selling Donbass for some invisible peace agreement. So it's good. If he sells Donbass, like, I would call for impeachment on my channel. So what he has done, like all of those mistakes, I cannot forgive, of course. As many of those Ukrainians who especially stayed on those territories which were occupied by Russians without any fight, without any defense lines, without, like, incompetent. Like White House incompetent administration is now. Zelensky was absolutely the same. At least he was. And his rating before the war was something like 20%, maybe even lower. So he was involved in so many corrupt things even before that people stopped trusting him. Even in elections, he got a record percentage, 73%, but before the war, he got like less than 20 for sure. So it's not my guy. It's not my guy, absolutely. Even with Kellen Robertson, here is the guy who took the interview with Zelensky, and we met together in Davos. And yeah, Ozzy, thank you so much for your comment about we met together in Davos, and there was the information, like we stayed in a Ukrainian house, and okay, Zelensky is coming, he will come. Will you wait for him? I told, no, I just don't like Zelensky. And Kellen was like, what? You don't like Zelensky? Of course not. And I'll tell you more, most of the soldiers in the Ukrainian army, they don't like Zelensky. Most of them. Some of them even record videos, but I know, I speak with them. No one, like literally no one from my fellas, from my mates who are out there, no one likes him. I don't know who likes him. Literally no one. And by the way, Imonea, well, I don't speak with her any longer because we had some of the beef on one question, but it's okay. Like she is still fine. She also told, and she was in the Ukrainian army for some time, she also told that no one likes Zelensky. And it's not about Zelensky. Ukraine is not about Zelensky, yes. It's about Ukrainian soldiers. It's about Ukrainian will. It's about Ukrainian civilians who work there. It's about the general resistance. It's not about Zelensky. Yeah. So yeah, just long story short. Thoughts on Kasparov, the chess master guy. Oh, he was really nice with one of the speeches, I remember. I think compared to the Russian boutique opposition, he's doing a great job. Yeah, boutique opposition, I mean Navalny's wife and guys from FBK, so the anti-corruption bureau, something like that, anti-corruption fund. Yeah, this is the Russian, as they call opposition, but they're doing nothing. Actually, they're praising what Russia is doing, if you read their speeches. Kasparov is okay. Why don't they like Zelensky? For the reasons I just mentioned you. Zelensky should resign after peace. I think his destiny will be, not, like politically he will not be out there after the war is over. I think if it wasn't for Zelensky, then Ukraine wouldn't fallen and occupied. Would have fallen... well, the better scenario would be to prepare Ukraine for the war. Zelensky had at least half a year to do it. He did nothing. Even worse, he did. Quite like Zelensky compared about, but other leader in the world right now, he's only my short list. I see. I don't like politician class in general. Like in general, I don't like politicians. Some of them are better, some of them are worse, so Zelensky is not in my favorite list at all. Sometimes I quote him on the channel, then he says or does something good. Like, for example, trolling Russians with this decree. Okay, that's interesting. Will he even want to still be in the poll after the war? He was elected, and he was in his election campaign. He said, I'm here just for one term. I'm here for just one term. But later, he started oh, no, I will go for one more term. And now he also sometimes says that he will run for second term. But come on, you are in power since 2019, and now it's 2026. It's already been 8 years already. Yeah, 8 years. 8 years. It's more than enough, I guess. Zelensky is good for foreign political decisions. But yeah, maybe foreign policy is better. It's better for him. Yeah. Yeah, and there is the policy like mobilization. It failed completely. What is happening in Ukraine is terrible, like with this forced mobilization. No army reforms, like just right now we have something, but it's not like full. Come on. So it's like the system is not working. The system, it's still better than in Russia, but it's not working properly. Relish, I disagree. I think Ukraine would be way better at the beginning of the war with the proper actions from proper people. And Zelensky did nothing before the war. Do you think Poroshenko would have held invasion better? History doesn't know this thing. What would have been better? We don't know. We live now. But Zelensky for sure did the mistake. What Poroshenko could have done or would have done, if I think what could be, we don't know. We live now, and he did mistakes. What would have Poroshenko done? I don't know what he would done. Ask Poroshenko. I think you are number with Zelensky support here, Dennis. Yeah, it's like people brainwashed. People brainwashed by his like figure, and still I see it's, for me it's silly. Like people like, I admire Zelensky. People tend to admire, like they tend to like see some sort of the person, like, oh, this is, and they think about, they haven't lived. I lived with this president. I went through his popularity and through his decline. And people who live out there, they just see it in the media. Yeah, some of the channels, like my channel, like I try not to tell a lot about that I don't like Zelensky or something like that any longer, because I think in general it may harm Ukraine. But on the stream, okay, I'll say about it. I want to be honest, after all. So people see what, like this illusion that was presented to them by media, and they haven't experienced really his political actions. And yeah, basically it's some sort of the propaganda which they believe in. And yeah, I know better, let's say. As Ukrainian myself, I know better. Sorry, yeah, this one. We should not admire Zelensky, but rather Ukraine resilience and its people. Yes. Yes. It's true. It's like foreign Trump supporters, you can't know unless you lived in. Yes, yes, yes. But with Trump, it's a different story. You see, your country, it influences the world. Ukraine is not. Ukraine is being influenced by Russia now. But Trump, like, it's understandable that he does shit. It's normal logic. He does shit. And everyone will tell you that he does shit. Yeah. Posting those crazy stuff even on his through social media, like normal people, even school children. My daughter, she goes in school, and sometimes, like, she is already in this school where they discuss political things, and also no one likes Trump there because, like, they see what is happening. Yeah, even for children, it is understandable. Then they discuss some of the political issues. They try to be quite neutral, but everyone hates Trump. Because it's like this guy's unhinged. Moreover, he's influencing other countries, applying tariffs, starting wars, ruining ties with NATO allies. So this guy's unhinged, and I think I have the right to criticize him. I think we all know who Trump really is. About Zelensky, not really. Yeah, not really, you know who he really is. You need to experience that because you have one picture through your media, but the actual action and, well, you may access it. You may access it, ChatGPT and everything. You may ask the story one by step by step, like corruption accusations, ratings, what was done to prepare Ukraine for the war. Like, you may do your own investigation, but without your personal effort to get this information, you'll not get it. So basically, you consume what is being told to you by media about Zelensky. With Donny, everything is understandable. He basically presents himself like an unhinged idiot. I think I express myself quite well. But then you have no cards. Absolutely. Okay, now for Zelensky, let's remove the topic from our discussion, all right? What do you think? Okay. What do you think about the fact that around 7% of United States ATC admit drinking excessively to deal with the job stress? Then is any pilot outage? Lots of the pilots, they're also drinking. I know that, but not at work. I think it's all around the stuff, especially older generation, they tend to drink more. Younger generation, they tend to smoke more. A very stressful job for ATC for pilots. I understand that. Riku, I don't want to go to politics. It's no. Absolutely no. I know I would do any other job. I don't know, but not politics. It's not mine. It's absolutely. This is the worst thing, I think, like in general. For me personally, and I think in general, I don't want to ruin my own soul with that. Oh, just eat chocolate for anti-stress. Actually, a good idea. I think I saw today the article where I saw it on one of the channels. But what was the channel? I forgot it. That if you eat sweets, it can be good to avoid panic attacks or something like that. Panic attacks. On some of the Telegram channel I saw it, but I forgot what kind of the channel. Oh yeah. Sour candy can actually help with panic attacks. The extreme sharp flavor can aid in grounding you to the moment and distracting you from negative emotions. Via Utah State University Extension. It's interesting, right? What is ATC? Air traffic control. Flight controllers. Flight controllers. Those who blah 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 to pilots. Sour candy, yes. Sour candy can actually help with panic attacks. YouTube doesn't like my comments. Why, Stony? I love sour candy. Yeah, me too, Miss Disa. Sour candy is the best, but I never eat candy though. Really? Isn't chocolate an aphrodisiac? It's the first time I heard about it. Should I test? I see it dump. He shows ASO pictures of the octagon he is having constructed in front of the White House for his birthday, so he can watch a bunch of UFC guys beat up each other. Yeah, he shares that. I already told about it on my trash channel, Captain Dennis. Yeah, you mean this, yeah? Octagon, Pentagon. What is better, Pentagon or Octagon? Night or day? This is nighttime. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah. Dennis, do you still fly planes or anymore? I don't have time to fly those. I flown the last time, gliders. Then Zelensky doing his bit, Dennis, whatever you say. I don't want to argue with you. If you like Zelensky, like him, support Ukraine, like Zelensky. I gave you my own opinion why I do not like the guy. That's it. You may scream at me. You may disagree with me. I don't freaking care at this point at all. At all. So I gave you. You want to know my opinion? I gave you my opinion. That's it. I don't like Zelensky. Not as much as I don't like Trump, of course. Iran with its Lego video again. Jeez. Iran with its Lego video. Okay, let's put it here.
Huh?
You lost to Iran, loser. Short clip. Well, Iran propaganda actually works with those AI slop. Well, I wouldn't call them slop, but AI videos. Yeah, sadly. I wonder why United States, with all of its like Hollywood style and everything of that, informational campaigns, why there is no like really propaganda tool that would work for Donald Trump's team right now. I see that Iran outplayed it. It outplayed White House actually with its propaganda. Kind of silly for Donny, kind of silly. Fake Trump would never use telescope. Yeah, he doesn't know what is that. Yeah, there was about Zelensky just a little bit more. It's like I started to criticize Donald Trump even during the election campaign partially, and some people from my channel, they say, "Oh, you're against Trump, so I will say something bad about Zelensky." Okay. Like it is fight back with bad about Zelensky. Okay, go ahead. Trump would not be better position if he had evidence, have heard evidence of the real progress, but in reality he fucked up big time, wasted billions of United States military assets and have very little to show for it. Yeah, Lumen Ghost, I agree with you. That guy is a rip-off, Senate, yeah. And that's the nice one, Ozzy. Nice one. Wrong end of the telescope. I missed what you can scroll, on YouTube you have the option to scroll back and listen. Nothing special. Yeah, this one is good. Zelensky is the comedian, Trump is a clown. And this one, of course. What is this? Man, you're a Trump hater, and we know why you're why you're socialist. You love Biden and all the corruption, and he gave billions of dollars that we followed by corrupt military and politicians in Ukraine. Can you ban him, Grison, Ben or Hawk? Are you feeling optimistic about AFU being able to conduct a successful offensive similar to autumn 2022? No, it's not possible. It's not possible. Who said that? Who said that? This guy. Chrism KP3HV. You may ban the guy. So now it's not possible, those counterattacking actions, neither for Ukraine nor for Russians. So before it was possible, but now this kill zone has been created. So sadly, Ukraine cannot return the ground that fast. It's not just done, he's done. Thank you, Hawk. So basically, it's like that. Kill zone. It destroys those. You cannot move with the large number of the forces any longer. Thank you, Ozzy. I don't like any politician, so my opinion is love people, not politician. If you're British, if you love the king and the country. Okay. Yeah, king is good. King is good. King is really on our side. And you see, Americans had to stand up. Then he said about Ukraine, that was a very powerful speech touching NATO alliance. This is a very strange comment. Dago, can you tell us something about Ukraine military or intelligence that you are not supposed to share? LOL. This is funny. N-O. N-O. But this was funny comment. Oh, Netanyahu is publicly accused China of supplying components for Iran.
I'd like to ask you about what you know, because in our conversations here the last couple of days, we picked up some interesting suggestions about this, about China providing materially valuable military support to what remains of the Iranian regime. True?
China gave a certain amount of support on particular components of missile manufacturing. But I can't say more than that.
Does that disturb you?
Well, I didn't like it, but I think that if China weighs its interests, does it really want to have Iran controlling the waterways to supply the energy that China needs? Would it not prefer to have open waterways that are not subjected to this kind of violent blackmail?
Yeah, Netanyahu, I think he also realized that operation is not going according to his plan. Yeah, it's all a big major fuck up. And China doesn't care any longer about those sanctions, secondary sanctions. China recently, I think last week, they say that companies may not follow American sanctions any longer, like those threats even. So they may trade with Russia and supply all the parts, and they don't take it seriously, sadly. Again, the United States, sadly, again, is losing its influence. It's bad. I think Klitschko or the mayor of Odessa would make a good president. Who is the mayor now of Odessa? The one that was fired was a Russian guy with a Russian passport. Zelensky even took his Ukrainian passport out. He was like also, how in this system, the mayor of this important city, strategic city of Odessa was a Russian guy, yeah? This is crazy. Imagine what better war this would be without traitor Trump, Netanyahu, and Putin. Yeah. Well, there will be many more. It's our nature, guys. So far, we're at the stage of the evolution where people tend to, like, we're split on the countries, and in some of the countries, people even using democratic institutions, elect stupid guys, like it was with the United States. And if Trump was younger and smarter, he could ruin the entire system. Luckily, he's old and dumb, so he will not be successful. But it could have been way, way worse. So something should be changed. The entire system, the entire evolution of humanity, mindset. Otherwise, we're gonna end with more Putins, with more Netanyahus, with more Trumps, and in the end of the day, one more Hitler. Yeah, it all goes like that. Looking forward to a politicians. They will only steal electricity. Yeah, and speaks with Budanov every night. LOL. Yeah, like I had some of the access to some of the information before, but not any longer. Like I had access maybe a couple of years ago to some of the guys in some generals, even, but now no. Everything has changed. Everything has changed in Ukraine. Yeah. Right, guys. Thank you so much for visiting today's stream. We're gonna make it once a week, probably from Saturday to Sunday or Friday to Saturday. I'm not sure which day would I select, but yeah, we're gonna see. Thank you for your activity. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for super chat. Yeah, just gonna go on the super chat. Just want to mention, guys. Nox the Cat, thank you once again. Innocent Alf in the Village, thank you. Ben, thank you for joining membership. Kach, thank you. Ibek M, thank you so much. Ibek M, yeah, here. Well, how to scroll down here? Oh, here we have it. Key B13, thank you for joining membership. And Adam, welcome again. Yeah, you're my regular viewer. Thomas Kassan, lots of the membership gifts, thank you. Clem, thank you for the channel support. Windbreaker, thank you so much. Mr. 007, greetings again to UK. Idar V100, thank you. Pasha, Ukrainian guy who is from Ivano-Frankivsk, thank you. SC Gunnar, thank you so much for the channel support. SC Gunnar, thank you so much for membership gifts. And SC Gunnar, thank you once again for channel support. You're awesome. Well, it's like that, guys. See you around. Ciao. And again, thank you so much for the stream.